What is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know
the pool house is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
I'm sorry, but don't you guys find it kind of creepy that a 40-year-old man
To me, it's funny. He's a YouTuber. He wears a Dr. Doom mask. He interviewed Tommy
in all of their videos because they're afraid to show their pale white face. I don't know. That seems a little suspicious to me.
Yeah. Let me get Max in here. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Oh no. I should never have allowed it to happen. I'm already regretting it. No,
especially some dude just wearing a mask all the time screaming at the camera.
Mad Max is here. Never thought I'd see you in my chat. Great costume, Drunk. Thanks.
Rich, long time. Please take off your shirt and show us some saggy melon.
Yeah!
And please, with some Finnegan Fox enthusiasm,
Yes!
show us on the floor. Oh, God, I see what you did there. You son. I like saggy melon.
Oh, there you go.
But, like, it just...
Hard at work.
This
is hard at work.
Messed up now.
Where's your boss?
Saggy, hold on.
Go get your boss. Go get your boss.
At work.
I need your clout.
Chase it off of me, bro.
I need your clout. Oh wow.
I'm at work. You see, I'm working. I'm trying to
get ready. Get ready
for the live now. While I'm trying to get my job.
There's a reason for that. Get ready for the cancellation live in person.
Get ready for the cancellation. Yeah, you were about to get canceled. You already know.
Mom!
Yes, honey?
It happened again!
Did you have your mask on?
I always have my mask on.
Oh, I'm not on.
I already told you. I was watching your other stream. You're like, I hope someone shows up. Listen, I'm backing down. I don't have. I can't take the melons.
You don't want this. You don't want
no,
this. You don't want
I don't know.
You don't.
I know. You're stocking shelves? Oh wow, you're
smoke you do not want to mess with.
See, the accusations were false. Someone said you're doing a lot of texting network. And she's stalking.
Doing a text at work, damn right, because this is my job. I'm doing my job while we're talking. So
you know what
multitasking.
You know what the reality is? She was texting watching YouTube, and then she's like, "I'm going live. I better stock shelves."
Guest Tommy Telleriso.
Telleriso. Oh my God!
All right. Restart the stream. Restart.
Nice chatting with you. I'll see you guys later.
Jeremy, I just reached 5K.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It really doesn't matter.
While you're here, if you'd like to consider memberships, it's only 99 cents.
Rip away, my friend. Rip away.
Because, man.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. We have to change that intro after tonight. I don't know.
To a shorter one without Grace.
I don't know. Hi, everybody. It's me and Brian streaming once again because Max is out of town. Although he did encourage that we stream about this. So here we are talking about this topic. But before we get into that, I want to say hello to a couple people first. Let's see. Dr. Hockey, Jason S., Patrick, Key Weston, Slow Dog Films, Donovan, Just George Film Watcher, Antonio, Darkness Under the Wind, Michael Carmona Jr., Ruby 900, Geek Studios, Mladen, Better Late Than Never, and Hans. And Anchorman. Didn't forget you. And Dork Knight and Jake Lockley. All right, so hello to everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. This should be an interesting stream. Before we get into the main topic, though, I just want to speak on this really quickly, and then we'll get into some stuff, and then we'll get to talk about Grace in a second. I did watch a stream earlier today. Well, not really a stream, it was a video premiere. I did watch Skywalker's video earlier today, and I just want to say this. I thought he brought up some interesting points about bridging the gap between certain groups. I just want to clarify at least where things stand with me in regards to certain things, that I am not expecting anybody to roll out the red carpet for me in regards to anything. I've definitely said a lot, and I've definitely done a lot to earn the ire of people, for sure. Probably well-deserved. Well, not probably. It is well-deserved. But I am trying to at least peacefully coexist at the very least, so everyone can take that for what it is. I understand I got a lot to do, though, to earn the trust and earn good graciousness from any corner from over there. So again, you don't have to roll out the red carpet for me or welcome me anywhere. I understand there's a history of people infiltrating this fandom and using it for their own personal gain. So I understand everyone around there being cautious around me. It's totally understandable. I harbor no ill will or bad feelings for that. And like I said, we're going to try and move on positively. We're going to try and be better towards one another, and we're going to try and be more objective and more balanced in the way we cover and talk about stuff, because I feel like that's important. So that's all I wanted to say. Oh, send link to Chris.
Oh, hell yeah. Done.
Hans here says Grace isn't entirely wrong. She's also not entirely right. Y'all see in black and white too much. I kind of agree with you, and I kind of don't at the same time. I'm not really viewing the situation in a black and white lens, per se.
Well, it's definitely a salty take on her part, though.
It comes across very salty, very petty, very self-entitled, and just very mean-spirited.
And if it wasn't a pattern of behavior with Grace, because I feel like when she gets proven wrong, she gets upset.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we'll get to that in a second. But first, we're going to go over a couple.
But I also don't blame her, though, because I'm pretty sure she's been under fire from a lot of Stanish people. Hey, what's up, Chris?
Chris, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, my roommate was talking to me real quick. I didn't want to be rude to him.
Oh, no, you're good, man. It's all good. Glad to have you on, man. I appreciate you stopping by.
And Hans, you shut your furry little face, okay? Because we all know that Grace is a menace to society, okay? We know it.
Menace.
She got kicked out of New Jersey just because of her bad haircut.
Wow.
And it's Jersey.
No, I'm fine with Grace. I love Grace, but every once in a while she does say some dumb shit, man. And it's like, I don't know. I don't want to jump in on the topic before you do, but I have my theories.
Yeah. So I'm doing something I've never done before, and that is be so ill prepared to talk about literally anything other than Grace that I'm looking up topics live on the air.
Nice. Well,
wait, what? We've been waiting all day for this stream, and you just what? You didn't have anything but one topic?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's cool.
But I got some stuff now we can talk about. So, how about we start off with Star Trek?
Sure. Why the hell not? Let's.
I just saw this.
Wow, you're just gonna.
We're starting off with Star Trek.
Look, I love Brian too, okay, but I'm not gonna pander to him.
Right? No, that looks interesting. All right, what do we got here? What?
Alex Kurtzman says discussions have been had about revisiting the characters of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Yes. So, although the Star Trek franchise is charting its own path these days, it hasn't forgotten its roots. We've seen characters from past series reprise their roles, most notably Patrick Stewart in Star Trek Picard, but there are still plenty of past characters we haven't seen since their respective series ended. While it seems that the characters of Star Trek Deep Space Nine have largely been ignored, that may change soon. During the Star Trek Q&A at San Diego Comic-Con, franchise executive producer Alex Kurtzman was asked if there had been any discussions about revisiting the characters of Deep Space Nine. I'm trying to answer your question without revealing anything. I think you're already having conversations with the history of Star Trek. And obviously, Sisko is a critical figure for everybody. So conversations have definitely been had. What I'll tell you is that for us,
thing
we
is-
don't want
oh,
to just
man.
launch into something without going, oh, we have a new idea, a new reason to do it, a way to turn it in a new direction so that's not just repeating the thing you've seen before, but it's also honoring the thing that you love. So if we ever do go down that road, other than what we're already doing on Lower Decks, I think we'd all want to make sure that it was coming from that place of being able to tell a new story while honoring the old one.
Well, see, the thing is I it would work, but I don't know if I don't think Avery Brooks would be down, man.
You don't think
I
so?
mean, he's kind of gone a bit eccentric, and he's also hasn't really been in anything in the last,
Would they
10,
reboot it though, like
10
recast?
some odd years? No, I think what we would see is we would probably see like ethereal Cisco, because that's kind of how he ended up on the show. But we're gonna get to see Sirach Lofton. He's coming back. I know that. If I could just get like half of the cast to come back, and honestly, the best springboard for this, and this is honestly, I'm glad you brought this up because I'm actually excited about something for once. Yeah, breathe it in, chat. Breathe it in.
Breathe.
I'm telling you right now, like this has got me kind of hyped, man. If they can get back like Ira Stephen Bear to just kind of helmet a little bit, you don't need to have Alex Kurtzman running it, but as a showrunner, bring him back. We can get Kira a story about the Bajorans, about what happened there. Quark about what happened with his franchises of his bars, because you see him all over. His bars have been peppered throughout. The current mythos. No, dude, this is going to be exciting, man. Yeah, Sirach Lofton played Jake Sisko. He's going to be awesome coming back. But no, you're going to see that. Hopefully, we can get Penny Johnson from Orville to come back and reprise the role of Cassidy Yates or Cisco, because she married Cisco in the last season. Dax, oh my gosh, dude, there's so many characters.
Hey, take that, viewers. We actually went up viewers talking about Star Trek, so take that.
Avery, that's the captain?
Yeah.
Avery Brooks played Cisco, yeah.
Just seeing that picture, I'm aging myself, but everyone knows how old I am anyway.
Oh, he's from
there used to be an old
Hire, man.
Exactly. He was Hawk, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like that. I was just looking at him. I was like, man, is that Hawk? I never put two and two together.
The reason why in the first 3 seasons of that show he did not have a goatee is because of that show. Because they wanted to have hair, and they wanted him to not have the goatee because they wanted him to be distinguished from that show.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the reboot?
Which one?
With Boogie Nights. Damn, I'm high. I'm sorry.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah. Mark
No,
Wahlberg
I did not know.
No, it's a really good reboot. It's really fun. Like and what's her name? Eliza Schlesinger. I can remember her name, but I couldn't remember Mark's. I can remember her. No, yes, whatever. I thought it was funny. Fuck you guys. I can remember the name Eliza Schlesinger, but I couldn't remember Mark Wahlberg.
It's Marky Mark, dude.
Leave edibles alone, children.
Feel the vibration.
Boys and girls, leave weed alone. It's not good for you.
Come on.
Anyway, it's a good little reboot on Netflix.
Don't
it's
listen
fun.
to him.
It looks like they're gonna do like a universe out of it, or whatever you'd call that, a franchise. Maybe get a trilogy out of it. And I really like the guy that plays Hawk in it. But yeah, that's crazy. That's deep cuts, man.
Well, all right, we delayed the inevitable long enough. Let's get into this main topic. What do you guys think of the thumbnail?
I thought I was messing with you on Twitter, and I'm like right after I sent it, I go, oh shit, RJ might think I'm serious.
I thought it was just like little vaguely. It's like it just, I don't know. Tone's sometimes hard to read via text sometimes, but it's no biggie. It's all good.
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, I figured.
So we kind of talked about it a little bit yesterday because the Ben Affleck thing broke yesterday with those pictures on Instagram. Jason Momoa confirmed it and all that. Grace had a bit of a meltdown yesterday, so I'm just going to kind of recap what she said before. Then we'll get into what happened today. Because today she doubled down even harder.
She flat out called him cultists.
Yeah.
I mean, we do that too, but we don't have the stature of a Grace Randolph. You know what I mean? We could say that shit and not expect a massive wave of hate, and I wouldn't even call it hate this time. I would call it backlash, because this time she threw the gauntlet down first.
Mm-hmm. So this is what she said yesterday when this picture first came out there. She said, clearly we ain't ever gonna move past this shit. The DCEU will never ever be free to build again. Wow, those Wakanda Forever trailer views must have really scared Aquaman too. Plus, perhaps the need to reshoot Michael Keaton's end credit scene with the Flash delayed. On the bright side, maybe someday when desperate enough, they will bring back Cavill. So it's like, all right, like it's kind of like, okay.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah,
that's absolute hyperbole about the Wakanda trailer. I know it was huge, but there's no way that like they cut a deal with Ben Affleck like 2 days after the Wakanda trailer drops. You know what I mean?
Right.
This had to have been in talks a long time ago. But she's got to throw that out there just to like throw salt.
Well, it's also perpetuating the whole Marvel versus DC thing too.
Oh yeah, like, but that's one thing she's famous for. She's always done that.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's like whatever. It's her opinion. She feels like he shouldn't be in this or whatever because it means we're not going to be able to move on. Whatever. Then it's like, okay, this person says she's against it because DC's never consistent. It's very hard to make it successful that way. Thank you. So then she's like, all normal DC fans and casual stuck on this roller coaster. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. From Godfather
That's exactly how I feel, Grace. Preach, girl. Preach.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where she's coming from. She just said it in such a snarky, shitty way. Like I get it. Right as the Snyder stuff starts to die down, and then we like even us as a group had that great stream with Zod, you know, and a lot of people squashed their shit. And I've been,
it's kind of just bad. It's kind of just like funny timing. This happens.
It's
right
funny
after.
timing, right? Like right after that she would say something like that. Because now a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh no, it's confirmed." And what I'm just happy that we're gonna get to see, you know.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Batman again. You know, I'm just happy that we get to see Ben again.
In what world is this a bad thing?
It's not. Like, it's a great thing, man. You know,
like this is a good thing for all DC fans, regardless of what you feel. This is a great thing for every DC fan to get to see more Ben Affleck again. Especially when you thought that when everyone thought he was going to be done after Flash, you know. So it's just like
I think that's why she's angry.
Well, I think she's angry.
This is never going to happen. This, you know what I mean? And then it does, and she looks stupid.
Mm-hmm. And this guy says, "Are you really that bothered by the fact that you wrongly said he'd never return? I'm bothered by the fact this conversation with ridiculous conspiracy theories is never going to end. I don't care that Batfleck is back. Is he even really back? Who the hell knows? I do care that hateful, toxic fans and people who prey on Snyder fans has got another win." And here's the thing, right?
She's so not wrong, though. God damn it, guys.
No, she's not. She's not. But
I mean,
just the way
listen,
she said
are some people going to be jerks about this and take this as like whatever and use this as ammo? Yeah, sure. But the other thing is too, it's just like it's okay for people to get a win every now and again. It's okay to admit that people won. That doesn't mean like you're like ignoring that there's toxicity or ignoring this or that. It just means, hey, acknowledge that something changed. Acknowledge that they got a win, and it's fine. Like honestly, like I don't know. I think it's just like whatever. Like it's okay if people get a win. I think this tweet more so speaks to the fact that she's upset she got something wrong, and she's lashing out at fans, which I think is the wrong approach to have with this. Like you're lashing out at fans because they got something that they wanted. You know, that's never the right mindset to be in.
No, because she's lashing out at a bunch of fans that have already lashed out at her. So I mean,
yeah, I mean, I feel you, Brian.
Well, I feel like Grace has an axe to grind.
She deserve it. She deserves.
No, she fucking doesn't.
She
it's talk like that. No, it's talk like that. That's why she's saying what she's fucking saying. Because you think she deserves to be piled on about a fucking movie.
Well, like, look. She said that was last year that she said, "Oh, Amir Zach might be back at WB. Justice League 2 and 3 is happening," and then she keep doing it. Like she switches every fucking time. Like if the fans wants Ben Affleck back and Aquaman, good. That's for them and leave.
Well, I was going to get to that actually in a second. That actually is a point I wanted to bring up too, because the thing is that I do agree that Grace tends to flip flop a lot depending on where the wind is blowing.
Oh, she's totally a fence rider. She rides that fence.
She rides the fence a lot.
Well, I mean,
hi, Michelle.
To be fair, she's kind of like a professional.
Yeah, and she kind of exactly, Brian. That's why I've always stuck up for her. She kind of has to ride that fence. She's considered a journalist, you know. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I just want to say, Michelle, thank you for stopping by tonight, and we all love the new profile picture. All love it. So thank you, Michelle, for stopping by. We appreciate it a bunch. But no, yeah, like I said, I think that she rides the fence a lot, and this is why she gets into trouble.
I mean, look, she doesn't deserve that tag.
Rebel. That is a funny comment. Like I always read the comments, but
every time
when I have to come in and defend RJ on this channel, you know hell is frozen over. Yeah, pretty much. but thanks. I appreciate it, I guess. That's funny. But no, I mean, here's the thing, right? And then she does this. Today was a crazy day. People calling the fictional and graphic rape of Marilyn Monroe art, and cultists convinced a small cameo definitely means the return of the SnyderVerse all tomorrow. But see, this is what I'm saying, though. We're just like, and listen, I'm calling myself out when I talk about Grace, because I feel like this was a point where a lot of us were at, where it's kind of like we're purposely poking a bear and we're purposely like antagonizing people for being happy that something happened. Like sometimes I think the issue is sometimes we can be realist, but sometimes it's okay for people to have at least a day of like, oh my god, I can't believe he's back.
Exactly. That's why I said what
you know,
I said.
like
Zod.
who are we to like shit on people's parade?
Yeah, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good. I caught myself being like, wow, Chris, you're really happy that Cabell didn't show up. You're happy they were wrong about Snyder when you want the same thing they want. You just don't think it's going to happen. What kind of person pisses on somebody's hope? Like, you know what I mean? These guys are just being like, hope. Now, some of them can be toxic. Don't get me wrong. Okay?
No, my issue is
yes,
don't get me wrong. Okay,
yes.
Let me rephrase this again and again and again for the people in the back, because they feel like they get looped in when I make these kind of fucking statements. Okay, the people who I am referring to are the people that Grace is lashing out at.
Yeah, the toxic side. Exactly.
Okay, if you're chill and you're not bombarding Grace with a bunch of bullshit, restore the SnyderVerse crap, I don't have a problem with you. I really don't. Like, that's my whole issue. Like, the way that people conduct themselves online is the problem.
Yeah,
and it's like, guys, we need to clean up our fucking behavior, you know, and maybe studios will be more receptive to giving you what you want.
Oh, did you read that?
But at this point, calling for fucking, you know, heads to roll, you know, it's not appropriate.
Well, yeah,
calling for this kind of shit.
No, I get what you're saying, Brian. I absolutely get that. I guess my point is this:
just because we put certain issues to bed, and I'm saying this so they can understand. I'm not talking about them. Okay, if you know, you're not an asshole that goes and has to spam restore the SnyderVerse every time somebody says something that makes you upset in the feels, I don't have a problem with you. But if you are that kind of person, yeah, I do have a problem with you, because you're ruining it for everybody else and you're making it bad for everybody else. So just stop.
Hi, Tony. What's up, man?
What's going on? I was happy that Henry Cavill wasn't there.
Why would you be happy?
Because I said he wasn't going to be there, and I'd look like an asshole for saying that he wasn't going to be there and being wrong. I like to be right.
Well, I guess good for you for admitting that, I guess. I mean, I mean, it is what it is. But no, but I guess my thing is like, I understand Grace is upset at certain elements of things, but she's more so, and this is where I'm calling myself out too. So this isn't just like, I'm trying to be consistent here. I think the issue we all have is that we don't know how to consolidate our criticism. It's like the way we phrase things, we have to be more careful about, so it's not an issue of the whole group, but actually pointing out the specific subsection of people. Because what Brian did there, even if you disagree with him and what he said, you can't argue that he's directing his ire towards a very specific minutia of the group, so the whole collective. That, I think, is what we need to really be careful with going forward. That's what I'm saying.
Distinguishing the parts of the fandom that are shit.
Yeah, and I think the other issue is that, to me, this does not come from a genuine place, because to me, this reeks more of Grace being upset that she was wrong and she wasn't in the know about what was really going on.
Yeah, no one likes to be embarrassed. And when you end up being wrong about something and then you double down and you're wrong again, you're going to humiliate yourself. And nobody likes to be embarrassed.
If she was more genuine about this, then maybe I could understand, but it does not appear genuine. This more appears like she's upset that she got wrong, therefore she needs to rage on Twitter and lash out at people.
And she was having a breakdown on Twitter. Like, I get it that you was wrong, that you thought Ben Affleck would never come back. But like, at least like I agree. At least some scoopers say, "I admit it, I'm wrong. I thought he was never gonna come back." She just go on Twitter and have a breakdown about it every time when she's wrong.
And then she said
which is
that
crazy.
From source that Ben Affleck does need only being added to replace Keaton because the change release dates, as many have correctly
Well,
guessed.
no shit.
No, here's the thing though. Like, I get it, but put yourself in her shoes for a second. Like, yeah, it sucks being wrong. Like, you kind of have to eat your words, and you have to eat,
But here's the thing, though. Isn't this a good thing to eat crow about, though? Because this is a good thing for the fans.
I guess.
I want to eat crow.
It
like
is.
This is a
But
good kind
honestly,
of crow to eat.
when you're eating crow, does it help when people are talking shit?
Bradley.
Bradley.
Here's how I look at it, Brian. It's funny because everyone's like, look, she's eating a little bit of shit right now, and it's fine, but she's also pushing back against the ones that have said like horrible things to her, and I've seen some of them. Okay, I'm sorry, Punisher, Warlord, but there are some toxic assholes out there who say racist, horrible shit to these people, and I've seen them, and that is the toxic side we're talking about. But to call this a meltdown. Maybe for Grace this is a meltdown because she's so
for Grace this is for Grace this is an absolute meltdown.
Yeah, for Grace you're right, RJ. This is an absolute meltdown for someone like Grace. But for someone like me, this is a Tuesday. This is nothing.
Yeah, for the average person, this is just an average day on Twitter. But like for
Here
someone
you go,
like
Punisher.
Grace, this is definitely a
ask nicely. What? Holy shit! I know it's a hard thing to think of. But
I think Grace is just salty as fuck. That's all.
Well, I get you, man. But like, think about it. Think about it, dude. Your team just lost, and somebody comes up to you and like pokes you in the back, and says,
Hold on. Here's the
what
thing,
are you
though.
Gonna do?
Hold on. Here's the thing, though, Brian. Grace is smart enough to know how this shit works, right? As soon as Momoa and Affleck, hold on,
part of this fandom, JB, dude. Do you consider yourself part of this fandom? Then I'm not talking about you. So why are you trying to come at me?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. But as
Sorry,
soon
I
as
didn't mean to interrupt you.
as soon as Grace saw the Momoa Affleck thing, all she had to do was go on Twitter and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe I was wrong, and I'm so happy that I was. Ben Affleck is back, guys."
That's what I'm saying. If that was the immediate response to that, I think it wouldn't have been as bad for her.
People would have been like, "Yeah."
Fine.
Yeah, people would have been like, "Oh yeah, Grace admitted she was wrong, and she's happy that Affleck's back. Fuck yeah, we love Grace."
And then she has the meltdown, and everybody would have been cool with it. Like whatever.
Yeah,
maybe they would have been cool with it, but it would have been like more like, okay, like at least you're letting fans have their moment, right?
And the meltdown wouldn't have been as bad. I think if she would have started off in a happy note and just be like, I don't want anybody to get too excited, but here's what I'm hearing, blah 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 blah, whatever, right? And phrase the meltdown in a more positive, like, hey guys, I'm hopeful, but I'm hearing bad things. Let's not, go overboard on this celebration. I think
take it as a small victory, but just be cautious.
See, it's that kind of shit right there. It's that kind of not what you're saying, Tony. It's that kind of shit right there that I'm reading in the chat. Will you please highlight that, RJ?
Which one?
The she flip flop. Zack Snyder did her interview. Okay, I like Zack, but let me just say something to you, man. This woman don't owe Zack Snyder shit just because he came on and did an interview for her, okay? Journalism means you call it right down the middle. Now, does Grace get some shit wrong sometimes? Yes, but she also gets shit right. I'm not sticking up for or condemning her. I'm just saying any journalist has to call it right down the middle. You don't owe anybody shit just because they came on your show, okay? That's where Geeks and Gamers got it wrong, okay? Because they thought, oh, well, Zack owes us now. No, that ain't how it works, man. You scratch each other's backs. You don't owe Zack shit.
Hey, memes. No, what I was going to mention.
I don't think.
No, what I wanted to say though, just to respond to Chris, is that I agree that as a journalist, sometimes you have to call it down the middle, but as a YouTuber,
not sometimes.
All the time, RJ.
All the time. Sorry, let me rephrase that. You need to be able to call it down the middle as a journalist. But the issue I think is for some people is that this fan base has often felt like they've been used by certain individuals, such as people trying to write their own books, such as that. And for some people, this may come across as Grace kind of flip-flopping and turning against them when they were brought into Grace's fold because she She basically campaigned for them to push for the SnyderVerse. And
Okay,
they
fine,
pushed...
RJ, but then that makes them hypocrites too, because whenever Grace says something they agree with, they love her. And the minute she says something they disagree with, they hate her. So they're flip-flopping too.
No, I agree.
Of course. They were riding Grace's coattails when she was interviewing Zach. You were kissing her fucking ass. So don't talk about flip-flopping. So
Well, I
do
know.
you, fans.
Well, no,
So
I
shut
know.
the fuck up.
I'm just
she
saying
said something that you don't like, and now you hate her. Fuck, dude.
Right? No. I'm just saying there's flip flopping on all sides. I'm just trying to play. I'm just trying to look at it from the.
You're trying to be
perspective of
diplomatic
fans.
and be
Yeah.
peaceful because you
Yes.
pissed off some people on the other side. I get it, man. Okay, and I'm trying to be more diplomatic too, but really irritates me is when they feel the need to lump themselves in with the people like that. I mean, come on, dude. I'm really not talking about you unless you're a fucking toxic asshole on Twitter.
The only people that are probably getting offended, like this is the way it works, guys. Those of you that hear the word toxic when it's connected to any of the Snyder fandom, the ones that are getting offended right away, you're probably the toxic ones, and that's why you're getting offended. Because other people, we say this, and it rolls right off their back. They don't give a shit. Okay? For all me and Max's differences, you can say something like, hey, man, I don't think this is about the Snyder Cut, and I think the Snyder Cut is toxic. Max is smart enough to know we're not talking about him. He's not one of the toxic
I
ones.
want to read this because this is what she said today that kind of caused more of a stir. And this is what I want to examine again. We may have some differences of opinion.
She's having a mental breakdown.
But what she said was, you Snyder fans are all getting played. I'm trying to help you retain some dignity, but that's cool.
Save us, Grace. Grace, save us. I'm sorry, RJ. That just
right. It's like trying to act like a
the way
savior.
she said that, like
I
she
know,
made herself like a white savior.
Right. I know. We'll get to that. Do you? The SnyderVerse is never coming back, in large part because so many of you are so toxic. You made your own bed. I hear the new Warner Brothers Discovery leadership doesn't want to engage you. It's not even entertaining the idea of bringing the SnyderVerse back. The story should leak at some point. Just cleaning up the mess.
It's not going to leak. Who's going to leak it?
No, but did you hear RJ go, That's exactly what I did when I read that tweet today. I went, Like I thought the same thing, you know? Like, I don't mind having the conversation about the Snyder stuff. I'm like Brian.
Right.
I can have a conversation about the stuff behind the stuff, but I'm so sick of arguing about that main group. It's just getting so old that I would much rather argue about what Grace
basically,
thinks.
Like I said, and I'll say my piece, then we can move on because I don't want to talk about this much longer because I know it brings up a lot of stuff. But I'll just say this, okay? It's one thing to be a little salty about being upset you got a piece of information wrong. I think it's another thing to purposely antagonize a group of people because you're upset you were wrong. Instead of like at least being nice about it and saying, wow, this is so cool, Ben Affleck's coming back, it's immediately negative. You guys are toxic, you guys are this and that. Right? I think, again, her wording here is what became the biggest issue, and I think that it makes her look very petty, self-centered, and to be frank, I think it makes her look really bad.
No, and this is a woman who has a degree in 2 different kinds of creative writing, so she knows how to word things. Okay,
right.
She worded this shit this way,
especially this part right here. I'm trying to help you retain some dignity, trying to come in like a savior, saying like I'm trying to make you guys not look stupid. Basically,
that's the part where I took offense.
It's
like,
just
wow,
like
you just
it's
you
very
just said every Snyder
self-aggrandizing.
fan. Yeah, she just literally said every Snyder fan has only a little bit of dignity left, and she's trying to help them save it.
And the other interesting part is that she's saying that some story's going to leak about Warner Brothers Discovery not wanting to do the SnyderVerse. So I don't know what that's all about. That's like the most interesting thing about all of this. We'll see.
I see.
Again, I don't know.
RJ, I see making movies and people falling out with studios and movies the same way me and Brian have grown up with all these bands that swore they would never get back together. And they
but
do
the
someday.
only person that has the story is Zack Snyder, the new story. Nobody else. So I don't know what the story should leak. I don't know who's gonna leak.
No. I think what she's referring to is that some article is going to come out about
eventually where Warner Brothers Discovery, the new regime,
right? Some news article is going to come out eventually about all this.
Yeah.
Which who knows? I mean, listen, that Rolling Stone article came out of nowhere. Only a couple people knew about it, right? So
you know what is weird, RJ, though, and I don't want Brian, don't get mad at me, okay? but I don't want to, because I don't want to stoke the flames deep. But do you want to know what is weird to me about this whole SnyderVerse thing is that Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers is like, we're not gonna let, but this new regime has not yet come out and said, no, we're not interested in that. They've never really gone on record.
It's because they don't have a DC head, first off, and plus two, I don't think they really sat down to discuss.
They
what
haven't felt the need to. The old regime
maybe that could be it, Brian. That could be it. I just think it's weird though.
No, it's okay. Honestly, I'm not trying to dance on the shit. I don't care. My problem is the people who want to have a go at me because they think I'm taking personal shots at them.
All right,
it is the most ridiculous fucking thing
ever.
No
one's really going at Brian. We're trying to just have a civil conversation.
And how many times? It's every goddamn night we bring this bullshit up.
Every night. And
every
how many times do we have to say, we are Zack Snyder fans. We want this to continue. We just don't think it's going to. I fucking love Zack Snyder. Okay, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. And the minute I say that, you ever see them you ever see World War Z when they're just running at you full speed, screaming the zombies? That's what I feel like. They just come at me out of nowhere, and then they start calling me an anti. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. Because we're not riding on every goddamn conspiracy theory that comes down the pipe. Because we're not holding on to every fucking granule of hope.
I mean, listen.
We like to actually go out and live our lives and not have to worry about shit like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. Everyone's going to live their lives how they want to. Everyone's going to be engaging in the fandoms and stuff they want to engage with. Like I said, my whole perspective is I'm excited to see Ben Affleck come back. I think that we shouldn't downplay this as something that doesn't matter because I do think that it is going to be. Even if it's just a cameo and it's just for something fun in Aquaman 2, it is significant that he chose to come back. I'm glad to see more Ben Affleck.
Excited to see it, and he looks happy. He just married J-Lo. A lot of people don't like that he cheated on Jennifer Garner, but whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
my whole point is that
he's off the alcohol. He looks happy. Let him have his little cameo, man. Let us have Batman, even if it's for 30 seconds. You know why? Because it's fucking Batman. Relax, everybody.
Right. And again, I'll say this and then we're done. Okay. I just think that Grace came off very bad with those tweets, and I can understand when people are upset at her because, again, it's very antagonistic. It comes across super salty and petty. And again, she gave the Snyder fans a platform. She made a big hubbubaloo riling them up. She made a tweet saying, hey, Snyder fans, I hear Justice League 2 and 3 is happening. Zack Snyder's going to direct Wonder Woman 3. All this is going to happen. Just keep tweeting, keep doing this and that. But then she hypes them up and tells them, you guys who are my supporters are connected to this. And then she goes on the complete opposite spectrum and it's like spitting in their faces, telling them to go away. I can understand why people would be upset at that. And it justifiably, I can see why people want to call her out on that. It's like, you not only did you flip-flop super bad on this, but you're acting completely different when you told us and you were making such a big deal about us tweeting in the first place. That's it. That's all. So.
I mean, listen, congratulations, great. You're having a good mental breakdown on Twitter. Jesus. Congratulations for you, Grace. I hope you wish you was. I want Ben Affleck. I love him. I hope we get a trailer Aquaman, maybe Christmas or next year. I want to see it. I want whatever the small part is. Even if he's Bruce Wayne, I never thought he would come back ever again after The Flash. And he came back for this. I like that. I hope he returns again. So yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're moving on now. So that's my take. If y'all want to be mad at me for that, it's okay. But listen, just because I disagree with some of my panelists does not mean we don't love each other. And just because you guys disagree with some of my panelists like Brian or Chris, although mostly Brian, let's be fair, does not mean to go and be like, I love you,
Brian. Why you blame Brian like that?
I'm not blaming Brian. I'm just saying most of the chat was going to him. I'm saying everyone relax. We're all cool. We're moving on.
Belter's trying to stir shit up. Don't listen to him.
No, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, he has good shit.
RJ, did you see Scooper look upon the stars, deleted his Twitter and Reddit account after all this? You sent me that message, which is crazy. So yeah, that's interesting. That's why I can't trust everybody, folks. I can't trust everybody. But anyway, moving on. Did you guys hear there's going to be a Black Panther video game?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and I heard a few people that aren't happy about it.
It's EA, right?
They just feel it's too soon. I mean, I don't know, but then again, and I'm just gonna name drop because I love the guy. Look, Dot makes me laugh, and he's super funny, but he's like, you never know when Dot's being serious or like when he's trolling, but I think he's serious about this one. He's like, man, they're really cashing in on this guy's death, man. Like, and I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that. I'm just saying that a lot of people are saying the same thing he's saying about this game, man. And I'm like, if it's a good game, who cares, man? It's Black Panther. You know,
well, there is a big issue we'll get into, which is kind of raised some controversy. So, excuse me, a new Black Panther open world video game reportedly in development. This is coming from Jeff Grubb, who is a great video game scooper. He basically he leaks some stuff in the video game industry. He's been on point every single time. So this is the information. A new video game is in development.
I agree, Rational Skeptic. I absolutely agree, and I hope that's what we get. Okay, RJ, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely too.
I would love it to be open world, right? RJ?
Yeah, better make that open world. It is going to be open world. It is going to be open world, supposedly. So this is the information we got. The game is working under the code name Project Rainier, with a new studio featuring ex-Monolith Vice President Kevin Stevens, and will be published by EA Games. The game itself is said to be an open-world, single-player game, which the gamer gets to become the new Black Panther. So, one of the things about this that's kind of been controversial is that supposedly the original Black Panther, like the Black Panther at the start of the game, dies. And then you have to assume the new role of the new Protector of Wakanda, the new Black Panther.
See, that's controversial.
That's controversial,
you know what I mean?
because people are like, "Are you killing off T'Challa in this game?" Because that's the case. People don't like that because they want to see T'Challa represent other media, other forms of media. Because in the movies, we're not going to have T'Challa around anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't get rid of T'Challa.
We don't know what's gonna. Yeah, we don't know if they're gonna recast him or not. I'm
hoping that it's T'Challa's father.
That would be.
It's about T'Challa taking over.
I think it's his father.
I mean, hopefully they're listening to the feedback now, so they can prepare for that. You know, so
yeah, because whether anybody wants to admit it or not, Chadwick's name is forever entwined with this character now. So you have to be extremely cautious with whatever you do with this IP, because it's very sensitive. It's a very sensitive topic.
Right. Kaylee, if you're listening, you didn't invite me. LOL, great stream. But thank you, Kaylee. We're keeping a smaller crew tonight, just because we don't want to be on forever. Really, Ellie had one topic for the show. We're kind of.
I hope this game is good. So. Like Square Enix fucked up the Avengers game. I don't know why, man. But I hope this game is good. And man, like I thought it was gonna be connected to the Spider-Man video game. But okay, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think it's going to be EA. So, I mean, EA is only publishing, they're not developing it. So, I mean, Tony, you like video games, right? I mean, you cover video games. What do you think of a Black Panther video game?
I think it's an interesting concept, but the whole killing off T'Challa seems kind of misplaced.
Well, do you think it's T'Challa who dies at the beginning, or do you think it's going to be someone else? Because it's very open in regards to, like, the Black Panther dies and you have to become the new Black Panther.
Maybe they'll just leave it Black Panther. They won't assign a name. You know, they won't say who the Black
like
Panther
your own
was.
Created character. Like it's your own created character.
Well, that's what the article said. If you read it all the way, RJ, it says that the idea is for you to make your own personalized character, in which you would assume the role of the Black Panther.
That's so weird, though. Why would you not follow the comics? Like, why would it not be T'Challa or Shuri?
No idea.
They're in a bad situation either way when it comes to this stuff. You know, they just are. I love that trailer. At first, I was vehemently against recasting T'Challa. Now I really want them to recast him. You know, like it's a slippery slope, man. I would not want to be Disney or MCU in this situation. I would not want to be Kevin Feige right now.
We should get a Daredevil game. I want a Daredevil game. That'd be fire.
Well, because the Wolverine ones were always fun, right? Hack and slash type stuff. And
Wolverine got a new one coming out.
Yeah, see, that'd be great. Give us an open world.
Yeah, next year, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Next year, no.
One of my favorite games were those Ultimate Alliance games. Do you guys remember those 1 and 2? The Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh
those
yeah,
were great, dude. Yeah, I love them.
Those were fun. So this is interesting. This is broke just now. Some concept art for Daniel Craig in his cut role in Doctor Strange 2 emerged. He was going to be Baldur the Brave. So we get kind of a little glimpse of his costume here and with some color added. That's what he was going to look like, but they ultimately cut him out of the movie because he couldn't make it. He was going to film for the movie and he could not make it due to I think what they said was that he was going to play Baldur the Brave, but he couldn't make it to set, I think because of COVID restrictions.
Yeah, Ashley was telling me about all sorts of cameos that were supposed to be in that movie that got cut out.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot. So I mean, it's interesting. I mean, what do you guys think? Would you like to have seen Baldur the Brave show up as one of the members of the Illuminati?
Yeah, I would have liked to seen as many as we could get, like I'm not one of those people mad at that scene. I thought that scene was fine. I wasn't expecting a bunch of fire ass A-listers anyway, so I think it would have been cool, I can't remember the other one that they actually filmed dialogue of him talking, and Ashley was telling me about it, and I was like, he's in the movie? Where? And does anyone know who else was supposed to be in it?
I think one of the other room. I'm trying to remember who all was room with the Illuminati. That's why Caden needs to be here because he could tell me at the top.
Yeah, he would know. Yeah, where is Caden?
Wasn't everybody at one point rumored for the Illuminati?
Oh, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is rumored as Superior Iron Man.
Well, this one actually had dialogue. This character actually had dialogue, and this actor was there, and it's a pretty big name actor. And it wasn't Daniel Craig. I'm trying to think of who it was.
Oh, Wasp. Yeah, Wasp was one that was supposedly going to be there.
At one point, I heard the Hulk was going to be in the Illuminati. I think Magneto was supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Magneto I think it was Magneto. Yeah. That's who it was, Tony. That's who it was. It was Fassbender. Yeah, they got like 45 minutes worth of footage. I mean, it wasn't. They weren't going to put 45 minutes.
It was a stand-in actor.
Yeah, but they filmed like 45 minutes worth of stuff to edit, which they probably would have edited it down to like 45 seconds. That's how Hollywood works. You film a month's worth of stuff to get 2 hours worth of shit. But yeah, I think it was Fassbender, which I would have really liked to see, man, a Magneto. Because I just really love him in that role.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. It would have been really cool. I don't think we're going to get a Sam Raimi cut of the movie, though. Marvel never does director's cuts, so that's
and I think people have, because I remember asking you guys, and I asked Jarbo, and I asked a lot of people that are into this stuff, and I said, is it ever going to happen again?
Oh, that too. Thank you, Justin Shields. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this, but there's going to be a scene where it's going to give like a flashback to a young Stephen Strange and his sister. That got cut out of the movie, out of the development phase, I think. So
maybe they'll throw it in with the the Blu-ray special edition or something, or like a 10-year anniversary later on down the line. You can get all this stuff. They just won't make an actual cut of that movie.
Maybe if they want to hit a billion with Doctor Strange, maybe they could do a Sam Raimi cut. Maybe if they want to, but I don't think they.
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about that director's cut of Daredevil. I've never seen it.
It's really good. You should watch it.
Yeah, and well, because I'm one of the few people. I like Daredevil. I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's a bad movie. It is. It's not a good movie, guys, but I do like it. The soundtrack's fire. I love Ben Affleck, but I've never seen the director's cut of it, and I heard the director's cut's like even better, and it touches on the Catholic Church more and all sorts of stuff. Which, being an Italian, that's right up my alley.
I heard this rational. I don't believe it's true. I don't think Adam Scott's playing a retired Peter Parker. There's no way. I don't buy that one bit. Sounds like a load of bull to me. So.
Why would you pay Peter Parker? That would be weird.
It would be weird. So I'm saying I just don't buy it. I don't know. Who knows though? You never know. Things are weird sometimes. Like Secret Wars. That's gonna be kind of weird. And the Miss Marvel TV writer talked about Kamala Khan potentially being in Avengers Secret Wars exclusive. So the quote here is an exclusive interview with the direct's Russ Milham. Miss Marvel writer Fatima Asghar commented on how she thinks Kamala Khan could factor into the newly announced Avengers The Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. Addressing how a small-scale hero like Kamala could play to a project with as much scope as an Avengers film, Asghar noted that there's so much we have not seen when it comes to Kamala Khan, what she's capable of. The MCU writer also noted the character has a lot of room to develop in future appearances, saying she has grown. She has a lot that she's going to continue to grow into and add into the MCU. I think that Kamala is a smaller scale person. There's so much we have not seen, and so I think that really is watch Kamala. I'm so excited to see her evolution, which she's capable of in terms of factoring in these bigger worlds and these kind of really huge pieces that are coming up. And actually, that Kamala is an incredible superhero, and she has a lot that she's going to continue to grow into and add to the MCU.
Oh man, the anti-Disney folks are all rubbing their hands together in anticipation of the videos they're going to make on this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay to call them out. You know, it's all right. They understand, right?
Wow. Also, real quick, why were they gonna have a Doctor Strange and a sister?
Well, because you remember,
hold on. Why did they cut his brother out? Because his brother's a vampire, and that would tie real good into the fucking Blade movie.
Because the brother wasn't relevant to his emotional arc in that film.
But his sister's dead in the comics. She dies at a young age. She
right, and the sister dying inspires Strange to become a surgeon.
I think his brother turning into a vampire would inspire him to fucking study mysticism. You could change things up. You don't have to follow it to the letter. It's a different universe.
I think they weren't ready to add vampires just yet. So,
had the character even been introduced?
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't even know he has a brother.
Yeah,
as far as the movies are concerned. That's why. I mean, you could have showed the brother, said that he died, and then teased at the end that he came back as a fucking vampire.
Just scream, "It's Morbin time!" at the end, like as a post-credit scene. It's Morbin time, and then Morbius is standing over him, and you find out who his sire was. You know, sire's just a fancy way of saying who made that vampire for the chat for people who don't know. But I'm sure everybody knows. We're all nerds here, right?
We're all
nerds. Yes. So this is interesting. She kind of compares Kamala Khan to Peter Parker's role in the Avengers movie, saying, thinking about Infinity War, when you're seeing all these people who maybe don't have that kind of overpowered power set, I think about even seeing Spider-Man. I feel like Peter Parker has so much of the emotional heart of Infinity War. I think that is in part because you're getting is a group of people. You're getting these villains like Thanos that require everyone, including the small folks, to come through and be like, we can do this. And in those moments, they are also being tested and pushed to become something bigger, right? I think that we see that even with Kamala, where she's at the start of episode 1 to where she's at by the end of the series at episode 6, that she's a completely different character. Those changes can happen in the span of a fight or in the span of a single decision a character may make. And so I would say, do not underestimate Kamala Khan. When we see her in these moments, we're going to see the test of her character, we're going to see who she is, and we're going to see who she becomes. I think there's so much that we're going to see that comes from her.
I think they're pushing her a little too hard already.
I was man, that's crazy. I was going to say that.
I'm not pushing her that hard.
They're kind of pushing her hard, considering they just introduced a character that, you know, in Doctor Strange and all those things. That is anybody? Does anybody care about America? Does anybody know what's going to happen to America's story arc?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of characters. But what I was going to say though is that it's more so the writers saying, hey, it'd be really cool if Kamala appeared in these Avengers movies because she's a small-time hero, and you need the little guys to take on the big threats.
Yeah,
too.
And I haven't watched Miss Marvel yet. I'm gonna, because now people have said it's worth the watch. I thought it was going to be like some Disney afternoon special geared for kids.
It's actually pretty good.
It's actually really good, so I'm okay with that, you know. And Marvel does need some younger characters in there. It can't always be, you know, guys, you know, middle-aged guys like Tony Stark, or Captain America, or Dr. Strange. I get it, you know. But I thought that's what they were going to do with America, you know.
Well, so they still got time. Don't worry. I know RJ's a sim for Aman Vellani, but she hasn't even shown up in the Marvels yet, right? Like, we don't need to be thinking about what she might be doing in Secret War or fucking King Dynasty.
I mean, we're looking to, but again,
Donovan, those are the two I'm most interested in right now too. But that's crazy that those are the first two you brought up, Yelena and America. Those are the ones I want to see more of. You know,
I think we will. I think we're going to see Elena Belova and Thunderbolts. I think we'll see America Chavez and Young Avengers.
Because that Florence Pugh chick steals every scene she's in.
Yeah, she's really good. She's really good. But no, I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing more Kamala Khan. Like, obviously, the Marvels. I think the Marvels is going to surprise a lot of people. I think it's going to be a really fun movie. I think it's going to be a lot better than the first Captain Marvel.
I didn't
hate Captain Marvel. The first Captain Marvel wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I didn't hate
it. It was just bland. It was just bland.
Yeah, it had bad
like
editing.
Movie.
The problem with the Captain Marvel movie was, first off, we already knew that the Kree were bad guys, so there was no like surprise. That was the twist in the movie, but the twist was spoiled by the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy exists as a movie.
Yeah,
right?
and the Ronan and the Kree were already bad.
Right. And number two, they told the story out of order to people that aren't familiar with fucking Miss Captain Marvel, right? Tell the shit in chronological order because the normies who have no idea who the fuck Captain Marvel is are not going to understand what's going on.
Yeah,
right?
and it was kind of a major time shift for people who were trying to pay attention.
Yeah,
I hated how it's like it's the second chronological movie in the MCU.
My heart hurts every time I watch the beginning and she crashes into a blockbuster and there's no more blockbusters.
I saw something on Twitter yesterday. It made me laugh. It was Blockbuster like blaming Netflix for their shit, and I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, Netflix didn't.
I saw that Netflix didn't charge me $80 in late fees or some shit like that.
Well, actually, Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix, and they passed.
They did.
Nobody had that vision. They didn't see that streaming was going to be what it is. I mean, I can understand that.
Well, it wasn't even streaming at first. Netflix.
It was mailing DVDs.
It was mailing DVDs. You're right.
Like,
yeah. Wow.
Well, Blockbuster tried to do it themselves. That's why they didn't buy Netflix. But Blockbuster's version of that was crap.
If Blockbuster would have became a streaming service, I guarantee they would have been a big hit. I guarantee.
I liked Game Pass. Blockbuster Game Pass was chill.
I mean, I understand that you guys are a little younger than me, but
I'm 41. So.
Do you guys
okay, then definitely Tony knows what I'm talking about.
Do you
There's
guys
something to be said about a weekend where you take your allowance and you go to the video store and you grab a game and a couple movies.
I didn't have Blockbuster,
Hollywood
but you know what
Video.
I had? I had Hollywood Video.
Yeah,
we had that around
Hollywood
here
Video
too.
all the time.
And it was just that was your weekend, man. That was your weekend. And if the game sucked, you were bummed out.
Super Nintendo games, man. That was what it was at.
Every Friday after school, because there's a Little Caesars right next to the Hollywood Video, I'd pick up a pizza and I'd rent a game and a movie. Every weekend, I do that.
I'm not surprised by you saying that, RJ.
Why?
Yeah, no, I did the same thing. I mean, I'd
did
hang
that.
out all day, but then you'd get your friends that were gonna like. Most of the time, it was like, whose house are we crashing at this weekend? And most of my friends had full basements, and that was their game room. And
see, that's how I watched that crappy Avatar, or sorry, the Last Airbender movie because of freaking Hollywood Video. I'm like, oh my god, they made an Avatar, the Last Airbender movie. Let me watch it. Oh my god, my weekend's
Super
ruined.
Nintendo all night, RJ, and then some movies. And you hang out with you have like a sleepover, like 4 or 5 of your friends, man. It was super fun, man. It really
Yeah,
was.
but
take turns.
That decision on the game, that was like the most important decision of your weekend. You had a
and it was almost for me. It was almost always Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, or Soul Calibur.
Yeah, but you're sitting there looking at the boxes like, shit, which one am I gonna get? Fuck, if I fuck this up, that's it. The whole weekend's screwed, right?
Or Madden.
Kids don't know that no more.
Something that you knew you're gonna play. But yeah, that dude, I grew up on that shit. To me, that was just that's a little piece of heaven. I'm sad that kids won't get that. That experience. They'll have sleepovers and there could be like 10 people in a room and they're all on their phone.
Wait, dude, Vince, you guys still have family videos? I didn't know family videos.
Yeah, we got a few family videos around here. Yeah, me and Vince.
Dude, why don't we have a family video? What the hell?
Yeah, we got a few of them around here, man.
We got to get more of those stores, man. I'm telling you, one day those kind of stores are gonna make a comeback. I'm telling you, they will.
There's a real famous blockbuster somewhere in
why they
Oregon.
won't, RJ.
Just like arcades.
Arcades that haven't come back. First off, arcades haven't come back, and they're not going.
There's
to
an arcade down like right next to my house, and we go. It's popular.
I have the world's biggest arcade in my city, and it barely gets any business. RJ, right?
You're in Minnesota?
No.
What about like Dave and Buster's or like the freaking Games Works?
Those aren't arcades. Those are like adult.
You're in Chicago, Tony?
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago.
We got the Galloping Ghost in Brookfield.
I'm from Cicero. That's crazy. I thought Minnesota, the Mall of America, had the biggest arcade. I knew Chicago, we had a big one. I just didn't.
Minnesota has the biggest for square footage, but the one in Chicago has the most actual arcade machines.
That's awesome.
They actually have arcade machines that were never released, like
the Galloping Ghost. I have not heard that in a long time.
What the hell is that? The one with the monsters that fight each other. It's like a Street Fighter clone, but they're like giant gorillas and dinosaurs.
Altered Beat? No, I know which one you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about because there's like a raptor and there. Yeah.
Well, there was a sequel that never came out. They actually have it there at the fucking arcade, and it's $20. You can play all day.
Oh, what? You don't got to buy tokens no more? You can just pay $20 and rock all day?
All day. And you can
No
come back. You
shit.
can leave, go eat something, and come back. And it's all day.
Yeah, well, next time I go home for a visit, that might be something I do, man. For real, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
But like I said, even when we go there, there's like nobody in there. It's a dead business. 80% of all video game purchases on the PlayStation 4 and 5 are digital.
Yeah, I've got this one now. I don't buy it.
I know streaming and digital is the future. And I'm not going to argue that that's what's taken over, but
people still love physical media.
That retro experience.
Yeah, and they love that retro experience.
It's going to be valuable.
Yeah, but what is it? In like 10 years, right? You can get old record players and play old records, right?
Well, I was saying record
but
players.
Hold on. But in 10 years, you're not going to be able to buy old video games because they're all going to be fucking digital. There's going to be no store. How are you going to? Right now, they're shifting to a digital.
GameStop, I think, will probably still be around in like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, and the only games are going to have like PlayStation 4 and maybe some old PlayStation 5, and that's it.
Degrassi, I always forget you're a hometown boy too, man. I always forget Degrassi's a Chicago boy too.
Is he?
Yeah, I always forget.
I didn't even know that. But PlayStation 6, 7, going forward, eventually that's it. There's going to be no more fucking physical.
I believe they might, but I don't know, Tony. People love physical media. There are some people that now, whether it's
and they're dying off,
or new,
sadly.
but it is dying off. It is, but I don't know if they'll ever completely get rid of physical media.
Oh, they will.
Because if your internet goes out that week or something happens, you can't play these digital games. You've got, even if you own them, you've got to be online.
You could download them, and you could play the ones that are downloaded on your machine. That's what I got. Yeah, I got the all digital PlayStation 5. I just downloaded
that's why. Yeah, you got a fucking PlayStation. That's why, lucky bastard. I still can't find one. I still can't find one, dude.
Well, why you? I told you guys the other day that Sony sent me an email to get a PlayStation 5, and that if you guys needed it, I could have just hooked you up with the link, and you could have bought one straight from Sony.
I wasn't here for that. I haven't been on one of these streams in a while.
There for that. Yeah,
so yeah, I would have got the link. Trust me.
Well, the link's no good now.
Shit! Hey, I almost did the Dun-Dun, man. I almost did the Super Goofy because they had one. They wanted 2,200 for it, and I almost
2,200. They smoking crack.
That's crazy. I actually fucked up when I ordered my PlayStation 5. I got the digital one, but then for some reason my brain went stupid and I bought a game. So I have
that's ridiculous.
So I have a physical game because I wanted the physical one, but then it was out.
Ross here is saying video games will be the first in entertainment to drop physical media 100%. Movies and music are another issue, though. That probably is accurate. I think video games probably will be the first entertainment medium to be 100% digital only.
Yeah, anybody out there in the chat right now that knows me on Twitter, anybody that sees this later, hit me up in the DMs, man. If you can help me get one, because I don't want to pay $2,000 for a PlayStation.
Help Chris get a freaking PlayStation, man. So, moving to another topic.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand, RJ. It's like trying to find a unicorn, man. Like
I know, dude. I know. Trust me, I'm trying to find an Xbox Series X right now. Trust me, I know. The Batman is getting an HMX spinoff. Who's excited for the Penguin show?
Hold on. It's at Nobody Bipolar. Rational Sky. It's just my name backwards. Instead of bipolar nobody, it's Nobody Bipolar. But yeah, if you can send me a link, I'm dead serious, bro. Yeah. RJ, you should get that link too, bro.
Help a brother out,
Because I've been, dude, a year and a half I've been trying to score one of these fucking things.
Right. So who's excited for the Penguin show?
I am, because I really like Colin Farrell. Hey, take it easy, Cupcake. I thought it was great,
Cupcake.
He was great, but I don't really watch HBO Max.
Or did he call him Princess? What did he call him?
It was Sweetheart.
Whatever.
Cupcake.
That would be a good line, though. Cupcake. Yeah.
I thought he called him Cupcake.
Star Trek 2009, man.
Right. So
that's where I heard it. Yeah, okay, Cupcake. Yeah, okay, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's where I heard it. Man, you can't.
Batman
you
was
can't say anything from Star Trek because Brian's gonna remember that shit.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like right on the brain. So the Batman was only the beginning for Warner Brothers' latest take on the world of DC's Dark Knight. The Matt Reeves directed epic garnered rave reviews, with its Gotham City and surrounding characters being some of the highlights. One of the most popular among these supporting characters was Colin Farrell's Penguin. Farrell's take on Oswald Cobblepot was so popular even before the release of the film that Warner Brothers was quick to announce the HBO Max series centered on the Batman villain. This prequel series is set to follow Oz as he rises through the darkened ranks to become the Penguin. I don't think that's correct. I do not believe this is a prequel. I think this takes place after the Batman.
Yeah,
So I
say
think
sequel.
Yeah, it's
not
a sequel
prequel.
series. Not
No,
a prequel.
they're gonna want linkage, right? They're gonna want
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think this takes place after the Batman, not
continuity.
before.
So yeah, I mean, and it would just be better. Who gives a shit about a low-level Penguin if Falcone's still around? You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
what I'm
you're
saying.
gonna-
It's going to be more about the Penguin taking over after the events of the first film. So yeah, they got that wrong, but I'm just clarifying that now.
So here's a question: with all this focus on the Batman and the Penguin spinoff and all that, what does this mean for Snyder Bros and Ben Affleck's and
You
Michael
can't bring
Keaton?
that up, man.
No, I'm serious. I'm being serious.
No. I can answer that question seriously.
Brian's in
Tony?
his room right now, just like taking Tums, handfuls at a time, because of us.
No, I'm genuinely curious because you can't have Batman.
Listen. I can answer that question seriously. The answer is it ultimately doesn't mean anything because this is a separate universe. This is not the main DCEU. So whatever happens here really doesn't matter. It's just an extra.
Oh, that's right, because Matt Reeves did say this isn't connected, right?
I
Matt Reeves
get that.
said, I wanted my own universe.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, do you really see DC putting out two different Batman movies?
Hold on. I can answer that too. Two Batman are going to be in the same movie next year.
That's not what I said, though. There's a difference between two Batman in a single movie versus two independent Batman properties.
I mean, Batman is their most prolific.
There was three facts. No, there was three Spider-Man in the Spider-Man No Way Home, but ultimately it is the Tom Holland Spider-Man universe. They didn't release a Tobey Maguire movie and then like a few months later a Tom Holland movie, right? Because that would confuse people would be like,
well, hold on though. Let me answer that too. Here's what you could do though. Okay, let's play hypotheticals here. Let's say they want to do something with Ben Affleck. Why not just make a Batman series on HBO Max that's like visually and tonally very different from what Matt Reeves is doing, where it's a completely different story and take on the character?
The same reason why WB. No, hold on.
No, what I'm saying though.
Hold on.
Robert Pattinson.
Let me talk.
Robert
Let me
Pattinson
finish.
would be in the theaters, and Ben Affleck would be on streaming.
You made a statement. Now I want to answer the statement.
Okay, go ahead.
Why wouldn't you do that? It's the same reason why WB didn't want to have Batman on the TV series Gotham or any other TV shows because they thought that would take away from the movie, right?
But this is a different company, though. This is a different
Let's
philosophy.
be honest. This is what's going to happen. Keaton's there. Batfleck's there. He's getting his little cameo. They're doing all this so they can tie it up in a nice little pretty bow at the end of The Flash, and then they're going to reboot. That's what's going to happen, guys. Now, whether Snyder will be a part of that someday, I don't know. But they're doing all this They just want to tie up loose ends, man.
I understand it, but I'm saying
I don't think they're going to reboot. I don't know.
What I'm saying is Snyder or no Snyder, if the Batman is popular and the characters are popular, are they just going to have a DCEU without Batman in it? Like,
no, that'll never happen. Look what's happening with Sony. So they had a Sonyverse without Spider-Man in it, and then
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think that ultimately they will use Ben Affleck at least in the DCU for cameos for right now, and then maybe someday he'll get his own solo project in HBO Max.
I know we're kind of beating a dead horse with this,
thing
but does
do.
anybody else think that's hilarious? That's not cringe as fuck to you all? Like, we've got a Sony Snyder. We've got like a SnyderVerse over here, and then we've got a I can't talk right now so high. We've got a Sony
universe,
Spider-Verse without Spider-Man.
But it's not a Spider-Verse. It's the
Sony's
Venomverse.
No, they actually called it Sony's Universe of Spider-Man characters. That's the official name.
Well,
so it is a Spider-Man cinematic universe with no Spider-Man, which is very embarrassing and sad.
Well, they could introduce Miles Morales or.
That's what I said, and everybody yelled at me.
No, because they're gonna butcher it. I like the idea of having.
See, you're
Miles
yelling
Morales.
at me. When am I gonna get mine?
How do you know they're going to butcher it? Did you read this? Did you read the script yet?
Because Sony's track record with Venom and Morbius has been god awful, and looking at what they're doing with Craven El Muerto and Madam Web, nah.
Hold on. Venom was not that bad, considering that they had to work around the fact that Spider-Man couldn't be involved in it at all.
The first Venom was okay. The second one, I think, has aged really bad. Like I
Aged, it hasn't even been that long. How's it?
No. What? You gotta let me explain, man. Hold on.
You let him explain, yeah.
Relax.
Let him explain, man. He's
When
trying
I
to
fir-
explain it to you.
When
He's explaining it.
when I first saw it in theaters, I was like, "This is like enjoyable trash." But I've seen it multiple times since then, and it gets worse every single time. I think the
Is
first
that a
Venom
general
is a better
consensus
movie.
or is that an RJ consensus?
A lot of people don't like Venom 2 as much as
You
Venom
know
1.
what Tony's problem is, RJ? He's difficult. He likes to
I
argue,
am.
man.
I do. I love it. I'm also a big Marvel fan. All right.
Well, and Morbius was an unmitigated disaster. It was
Well,
a
that was.
disaster.
But
The
I'm
movie
actually
wasn't
with
that
Tony
bad.
on this one. I want Miles. Why would they
No,
release
I
the live action
want
Miles
Miles
yet?
too. I want Miles too, but I would rather Marvel Studios handle Miles than Sony handling Miles by themselves because I don't think they would do Miles justice. Because that's a character they need to handle correctly because he could be such a huge issue.
100% agree.
I knew Degrassi would like that. We're
I'm sorry, I'm
explaining
saying
stuff, man. Let us explain.
I'm just saying Miles could be like such a huge character for them, and they would.
Donovan,
I don't
they're
think they
all
would do it right.
animated. What the fuck? Donovan, I don't understand. What is your
Donovan,
argument?
what?
They're all animated. They all started out animated at some point or another. We're just saying we want a live action Miles. He's like put in all caps. Miles is animated. I know. what? But we want a live action Miles. You know what I mean? And we're getting Static Shock. By the way, I'm sorry, I don't want to break. I don't want to break. But here's a subject we can talk about later because you haven't watched it yet. But there's an amazing documentary on HBO called
I
The
heard about that. The
Milestone
Milestone
Generation.
Yeah. Chaos
And
did
it
a
is
stream about
dope,
that, yeah.
bro. It is so dope. And they
I'm gonna
confirm in
try
that
and watch it this
documentary,
weekend.
we are getting Static Shock. We are getting a Static Shock. And we are getting a black. What's his name? The Green Lanterns. I'm high right now. What's the black Green Lantern's name?
Oh, John Stewart.
We're getting a John Stewart. We are getting a John Stewart. So, and I'm gonna trust what Milestone has to say.
Well, with John Stewart, I believe until I see it because they've been saying that for a long time.
Well, he
Yeah, but
was
this is
already
a
in the
brand new
CW
documentary. There's there's a real hot topic with this new Black Panther movie. That trailer broke records. Milestone's they are the first to do African American comics and make real black superheroes. Man, if they say it, I'm gonna believe them, Anthony. I'm gonna.
What do you mean by real black superheroes?
Huh?
Wasn't Black Panther a real black superhero?
What I mean is there was they a lot of the big companies like DC and Marvel and others, they would still whitewash the black characters. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of the documentary is about. They would still whitewash these black characters, and they were still dealing with white issues.
Well, hold on though, Marcus. Like they're both cool. I can't get both Miles and Miguel O'Hara. I want both.
Why not both? You could have
want
them in the
both.
live action too. There's
Yeah,
no
you could
problem.
have Spider-Man 2099 come back from the future, and he'll be the Spider-Man in the Sony.
Yeah, see, I don't know anything. What's his name? Miguel? Is that his name? I don't know anything about
Miguel
that.
O'Hara, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that Spider-Man because I've
He's
been doing
dope.
comics a long time, but I did lose touch in the early 2000s. I just stopped collecting. So there's a lot of these characters I don't know that I'm just now
Hans,
starting
you're
to.
saying no one here is cool.
I'm cool. I don't
Hans, I'm kind of cool.
I'm sort of cool when I want to
Wow, Hans. But you know what? I never wanted to be cool anyway. So whatever.
Do y'all think we will get the Catwoman spinoff?
You probably yes. Let me finish this article real quick, and then we'll discuss. According to the Penguin star Colin Farrell,
I'm sorry, man.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's all good. It's conversations ebb and flow.
finished.
It's
What the
okay.
hell?
No, we got a lot. I didn't even get to the meat of the article. According to the Batman star Colin Farrell, director Matt Reeves is all over the upcoming Penguin spin-off series. The Oswald Cobblepot actor told Entertainment Tonight that playing the villain is so much fun, describing his experience with DC so far as a joy. When asked if he had heard about a sequel to the Batman, Farrell revealed that Reeves is planning the story because he's just so meticulous. But Farrell says right now the director is all over HBO Max's The Penguin series. He says even though Matt Reeves is not going to direct it, he is still all over the structure of the scripts and dictating who's going to direct them.
Release the Reeves verse.
He's so obsessive about what he does, but he's all over HBO Max's The Penguin as well. I mean, he's not going to direct it, but he's all over the structure of the scripts and who's going to direct him. So it's very exciting. So that's good to hear, though, that Matt Reeves is going to be very hands-on with this project. He's going to be very making sure it fits in with his vision of the story, and that's going to kind of,
Okay, can I just say something real quick?
I'd love to see the leader come back. Yes,
a hot topic with you guys. I know, or at least a hot take. Look, I went and saw the Batman in theaters when it first released. I went and saw it. I think 3 times in 4 days because one friend wanted to go and I went, and I got talked in the second time, and the third time I said, "The hell with it, I'll just go with my girl." But when it hit digital, and okay, my question is: have you guys ever told yourselves you loved the movie, and then later on down the line, you're like, if I love that movie so much, how come I never rewatch it? Have you guys ever done that with a movie? Because I find myself doing that with the Batman. Even though I loved it when I watched it, it's hard to power through a second or third time. It doesn't have a whole lot of rewatchability.
I don't rewatch a lot of movies.
Yeah, that's one thing too for me. I don't rewatch a lot of movies, but the ones I do, I really like. What I will say about the Batman is that I've seen it 4 times. I saw it twice. I saw it 3 times in theaters, and I just rewatched it today for HBO on HBO Max.
Yeah, but see, now that I haven't seen it in a while, I could probably watch it again. I could probably watch it. But yeah, I don't know. I just
only
a
watched
lot
it
of
2
people.
times.
But anyway, the whole reason I brought that up is because you said Reeves is going to be hands on, and he really was, man. Like it's a great movie, man. It really is. It's a great movie, but I don't know why I can't bring myself to rewatch it again.
You got a super chat, RJ.
Oh, I do. Russian Skeptic Reezer is only a trilogy, not a saga. It's most likely a trilogy with a bunch of spinoffs interspliced in between each movie. So I'm fine with that, though.
I agree. I mean, but what if Matt Reeves want to do a 4th Batman movie?
He could do more than 3.
contract.
I don't know. So it's whatever he wants to do. Let's get a sequel on the board first.
And money and success always plays a big part in this, guys.
That is true.
How much money it makes and how successful.
But do you want Matt Reeves to handle the entire DCEU?
No,
I think I'm good with them working on this Batman stuff.
Yeah, he's too slow paced and he's too dark. I mean, it's okay, but I understand Batman's supposed to be dark, but at the same time, give me at least give me a Bruce Wayne that can have a conversation without, I can't.
Well, he's not there yet. He's not there yet. The Batman, he's still.
Yeah, they really, you know what I mean? They showed him for like 5 minutes, but the 5 minutes they showed him.
No, I'm talking about the character. I'm talking about Bruce Wayne is not at the point in his character arc where he can go out there and be like, having a party and schmoozing it up with the.
Yeah, this is year 2, right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He's very young.
Marcus here asking, when do you think the first official trailer for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will come out now? When does Across the Spider-Verse come out? Hold on.
Next year, early next year.
I know.
No, next summer, isn't it?
Isn't it in June?
Across the Spider-Verse is June 2nd, 2023.
Yeah.
If
So
I
it's
were to
next summer.
guess, probably November with Wakanda Forever, or it could be in December with either Shazam or Avatar 2.
I think they're gonna. Yeah, maybe. I think they're gonna start pumping it out when
Probably not another trailer until the end of the
when
year.
Ant-Man and stuff comes out. When all those things start, the Phase 5, they'll start
Maybe.
pushing.
That's possible. It's just that Avatar and Wakanda Forever are going to be big movies. There's going to be a lot of trailers coming out to play in front of both of them. So I could see it being there.
I think Phase 5. I think in Phase 5 we're going to see the Into Spider-Verse trailer. So I also want the Catwoman spinoff. Give it to me, Matt Reeves. I don't know why you're waiting on. So yeah.
The who?
Speaking of DC, anybody see this movie yet? DC League of Super Pets barks out 2.2 million bones in previews.
What?
It barked out 2.2 million.
No, you don't gotta rewrite that.
Million bones in previews.
Just because you reread it again doesn't mean I'm gonna understand what you're saying.
Yeah, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Chris, I don't think you heard me. It barked out 2.2 million bones
in previews.
No previews. Oh my God.
So yeah, it did its Thursday night screenings and it made
Okay, that's what you mean. So it's a sneak peek. All right, that's why I was getting confused. I thought you were saying like all it did was make $2 million.
Yeah, analysts are saying that the movie will make about $25 to $30 million opening weekend, securing the weekend's top spot at the box office.
It's got The Rock and Kevin Hart in it, and they're only.
So
$30 million for the first weekend's not bad for an animated movie.
Actually, for a little animated movie like this, is actually doing pretty well. So Anthony, this
Donovan saying the same thing. Flop.
It didn't flop. It didn't flop.
I don't. Well,
it didn't flop.
I guess.
It didn't flop.
I mean, good.
Well, it hasn't even come out yet, so technically.
Yeah. Let's see what it makes first. We're already like 2.2 million.
No, listen. The analysts already have the numbers, dude. It's gonna open between 25 to 30.
And this movie.
No, that's all predicting, right?
Predicting.
Yeah, it's all.
It's probably a good chance that it is
How much
going to hit those numbers.
Has this movie
had,
had?
Let's still wait.
It didn't have a big budget, so it's gonna be
no,
profitable.
but marketing. How much marketing has
I haven't
it
seen
had?
any.
Marketing. Yeah.
I've seen a little bit on Twitter. That's it. And I think I saw The Rock talk about it once on a late night show. So
I've seen
it's
The
had
Rock
very little.
do that thing. He did that thing where he
let me
dressed up as
see.
crypto.
Let me see.
Yesterday, did you guys see the thing on Twitter where The Rock and Kevin Hart were slapping each other with tortilla shells in the face?
Oh, that's funny.
That shit was hilarious. The Rock was getting mad for real because Kevin Hart was hitting him hard with those tortilla shells. All I want to know is where'd they get those tortilla shells? Because those things would not break. Brian's being
okay.
quiet.
So DC League of Super Pets has a $90 million budget.
I thought, wow.
Including marketing.
It's got a lot of people in it.
Okay, I could see that. But I could see it making 150, 200 million. I could see it breaking even, you know.
Yeah. So
It's got a lot of big names as far as,
worldwide. Yeah, it might make way more than that. So only a $90 million budget. So yeah, man, you make 300-400 million there, you're gonna be very happy with that.
So who's ready for a controversial topic?
We haven't had
What
one
is
yet. I'm wondering why
controversial?
Brian's so quiet. Like Brian, you
Well,
don't
if
want
he's
to.
quiet.
He's
I can
plotting.
get
He's
through this
plotting.
real quick.
He's mad at those super pets.
He's like, fuck crypto.
Now is The Rock crypto or is Kevin Hart crypto?
The Rock's
The Rock
crypto.
is
Of
crypto.
course, The Rock is crypto. You're Superman's dog, talking all that shit about you're the baddest Black Adam ever, and you're playing Superman's dog.
Well, hold on, because Black Adam's in the movie too. Spoiler
No.
alert.
Wait,
Yes.
what? Is he?
He's in the post-credit scene.
Oh wow! You spoiled the post-credit scene.
I did.
I think he's making this up, dude.
I'm not making it up. Look it up.
Really?
Why would you spoil the movie?
Oh my god, yeah. Like I was gonna watch that movie anyway.
Yeah, you were gonna watch League of Super
I was
Pets.
gonna watch it.
Yeah, RJ, but not everybody like you have that. That's what I love about you, RJ. You have that kid at heart, and I'm young at heart too. But you'll still go play like Fortnite and then watch a serious movie like the Batman. Then you'll jump into something like an animated Pixar movie.
Yeah.
I don't have that part of me left anymore. That I get that from you guys. You know what I mean? Like, but it's awesome that you're like that. You know. So yeah, he spoiled it for you.
It doesn't
Way to
matter
go,
who
Tony.
plays crypto.
Yeah, I'm sorry I spoiled it for you, RJ. But at the end of the movie,
It doesn't matter what you think.
at the end of the movie, Black Adam shows up with his dog to meet the Super Pets.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So
That's
wait a
nice
minute.
little
So
segue.
hold on. You're telling me DC League of Super Pets set up Superman versus Black Adam before Black Adam did in his own movie?
Oh my!
There's Brian chiming in.
There's Brian. Brian.
Well, no,
people are
that's
gonna have
actually a good.
meltdown over that.
What if that's like setting it up though for Black Adam though too? Superman versus Black Adam, playing that idea.
No,
that
listen, I know what Brian's, but you hear what Brian's doing. You hear him laughing. Oh man, because look, people are gonna take this when Black Adam shows up at the end of Super Pets to introduce his dog to Superman's dog, and they're gonna find a way to link that to, oh my God, the SnyderVerse is restored.
Well, I think it's cool.
Well,
It's
maybe
like, okay.
maybe that's why he was hinting at who plays Superman.
Yeah, I think
because
that's cool. I think that I'm all for that. And look, even if the Snyder stuff doesn't
Wait, did
happen,
Black
and I
Adam
want
voice
people to
the,
get.
wait, I have a serious question. Was Black Adam voiced by The Rock in the post-credit scene?
I'm sure he was. Well, I don't know how he could be, but he would have to be.
I don't know.
No Scott Buck. Scott Buck sucks. No Scott Buck running any shows.
But Superman's
Anyway.
got to come back. I would like to see Cable come back, and Cable versus Black Adam would
Smith.
be great. You know,
Will Smith.
I didn't
released
even
an
know Black
apology.
Adam had a dog. To be honest,
I didn't know either. But Will Smith released an apology video to apologize for his Oscar slap and reveals that Chris Rock is still
Yeah,
not
said
ready
he
to
didn't wanna
talk to
talk.
him.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
wanna talk.
So we're not gonna watch the apology unless you guys really want to. But
no,
like,
it's
have you guys
trash.
stepped
It's
up?
half-assed, bro. It's garbage. You
it's
don't
it's
wanna
been
watch
too long. He waited too long to fucking apologize.
So what do you guys think? Do you think his apology was enough, or do you forgive Will Smith? Did he need to apologize?
This is all for show. This isn't
That's a
even a real
great
apology.
comment, Rel. I like that comment, Rel. That's a funny
The
comment.
hierarchy of DC animation.
No, that's a great comment. That's like my favorite.
That's
comment.
kind of scary because the animation is about the only good thing they got going for him.
Ooh, shots fired.
So I'm gonna play in the background, but I mean, what did you guys think about this whole thing, the apology and like everything that happened?
I think Will is messed up in the head and he did something stupid, and we all do stupid things. Violence is never the answer, but I can't sit there and condemn a guy for doing
I
shit
don't know. Violence is
that
never
I've
the
done
answer.
myself.
Everyone says
man.
that, but I don't think that's true.
I know. Okay, if it's like a Walking Tall movie or something, Tony, fine, and violence is acceptable.
Well,
but to just
he
walk
did
up
kinda-
on
he did
stage and
kinda-
slap the shit out of a dude.
So you revealed
It's
like
a little
why
bit
he didn't
different,
apologize
you know?
to Chris in his acceptance speech. He kind of like basically talked about it. I mean, do you think this is a good step for him though to kind of like rehabilitate his career?
Yes,
Do
it's
you
Will
think he did
Smith,
enough?
man. It's Will Smith. The guy
Well,
had a
someone's
spotless
like
record.
a publicist was like, Will, you need to apologize.
Yeah, you need to get out
This
there
is
and-
too fancy. I mean, they got cuts.
It's
they got-
produced.
yeah,
It's polished. It's got cuts.
It's very
Yeah,
polished.
no.
Yeah.
It should have
Hey,
just been
yeah.
raw. It should have been just him talking, open, honest. You know, this is how I felt. This is what happened, and you know, I'm sorry, Chris. It should have been addressed to Chris. This looks like it's more addressed to the
Yeah,
fans.
to
like,
YouTube
hey guys,
fans, exactly. This is for us. You don't owe us the apology, bruh.
You didn't slap me.
Yeah.
You didn't slap me. Yeah.
And you know what this feels like? This feels very manipulative. Like, I'm gonna put this out now. Chris has to answer. Like, look, I apologize. He's the asshole that doesn't want to accept.
Wow,
it.
I
Talk
didn't
to
even
me.
think of it that way.
Hey,
I didn't even think
Necron
of it
man,
that
thanks
way.
for stopping by and coming in the chat. I appreciate it, dude. Hope you're enjoying the stream.
Tony, you know what? That's a good take. Yeah, you know, you're difficult, but you got some pretty smart takes.
Well, he apologized to Chris's mother, Chris's family. He did another apology live here. So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
No,
like
he's
I said,
doing this to try to force Chris's hand. Tony's right. This is like that. I really believe it. I'll make it public.
That was an
I
interesting
apologize.
pun there.
Well, he also revealed that Jada
Force
didn't
his
make him.
hand.
He said Jada didn't make him do it. Like when Jada rolled her eyes, that didn't motivate him to do it. I guess.
That's bullshit.
I'm sorry, but I feel like I don't know. Like this may be a bad thing of me to say because I'm not in the room and I'm not watching their relationship. I don't know them personally, but I feel like Jada's like very toxic towards Will, and that like they were a very toxic
Oh, you
relationship.
can
that
see
makes
it,
Will.
and she did cheat on him. You know, we'll never know fully what happened in that relationship. All we know is
toxic, guys.
this man, that relationship is absolutely toxic, bro. It really is. But this man is a man who's been in Hollywood since I was a kid, and he's had a spotless record. No drug addiction, no alcoholism, nothing. Not even a
God
fucking
damn it!
ticket.
See, okay, I'm sorry.
It's
but
not
I
even
have
a
to-
traffic ticket, RJ. And then all of a sudden one day,
please don't be offended by this. But I'm sorry, this made me laugh. Will Smith is wearing a golf outfit to appeal to white people.
stop it,
man.
Zeno.
Oh
What
my
is wrong with you,
God.
Zeno?
God damn, dude.
You're laughing.
Like that's bad, but he is kind of.
I'll give you that spherical man that we know of, but it's very hard to hide, especially in this day and age when people fuck up. And as long as I've been around, and long as I've been watching this guy, and I love just about everything he's in, not everything, but almost everything. And I can't think of anything really bad that he's ever done. This is the first time he's ever, but man, when you mess up that big your first time, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm a career criminal. I started out with stealing a pack of gum and I escalated it to murder. This guy started with murder. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, right?
He went on a stage and slapped his friend.
Well,
But
you know what?
there was trouble brewing with them two for years, you know?
If he's never done anything bad, it's probably been, you know, bottled up that rage. He's never had a release for it, and he just fucking finally snapped.
That's just fucking snap. All these roundtable discussions, Oprah interview, that bullshit.
I mean, it's good that he's
Cruise,
speaking out.
we saw him moving up and down on the couch.
You're getting all robotic.
Losing
dude.
his shit.
Yeah, Chris, you're breaking up bad.
Is that better?
Talk again.
You still sound robot.
I think you're okay now.
Okay. We got
Nope,
everybody.
it's bad. Nope, it's
You
bad.
still bad, Chris. Yeah, it sound like a robot.
I don't know what that noise was.
Either way, we know that Will Smith is bullshitting about Jada. When Jada looked at him, gave him that look, he knew what it meant. Everybody knows what it. Any guy who's had a woman who's been insulted by somebody and they give you that look.
Morale here says Will should allow Chris one free slap to make it even.
I kind of
No.
agree with that. I agree with
That's a 10 slapper. Chris Rock gets 10 slaps anytime. Nah, you're still fucked up, robot. Auto-tune
Are you
Chris.
guys messing me now, or are you?
No,
we're actually not
Chris,
messing
you
now.
really are a
No.
robot.
All right, I'm gonna leave, and then you pull me back in. all right?
Okay. Computer love Chris.
Personally, I think it was kind of messed up that it was wrong for him slapping Chris Rock during the stage and stuff at the Oscars and stuff. I mean, I like that he apologized to him. I think this is great. And I like how he's answering the questions and the people him answering and giving stuff. So I mean,
look at his face. This man don't even look sorry.
I'm not gonna say that, but sure. And I hope we'll come back. And I mean, look, he got banned for 10 years. That's a long ass time. But he still could. Didn't they say he still could win awards and stuff like that?
Yeah.
He could be fine. He could be okay in the future. I mean, I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, I wish him well. I mean,
Damn, Marty got slapped by Oscar over a joke about Gloria.
How the hell? Wait, damn.
That's some deep cut references right there. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like everyone moved on and forgot about the slap anyway, and now it's kind of like back in the
I
conversation.
forgot too until you brought up this video.
Wait until Oscar time comes around, guys. They're not going to shut up about it. They're going to put it on like autoplay. You'll see.
Yeah. Rock can slap him if Will tells a joke referencing a 20-year-old movie nobody remembers.
Anyway, I agree with what Tony said and what Brian said. You hold that in for so many years, and you finally snap out. Like, everybody loves Tom Cruise, but he was jumping on Oprah's couch over Katie Holmes, losing his fucking mind. He looked crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that was part of a breakdown he was having. I can't imagine the pressure of like having publicists and social media people and, you know, you got your lawyer, agent, and all these people. And then you coming at, you know what I mean? Like, it's gotta be hard, man. You know, sometimes you have great success. Like look, Top Gun 2 just made the top 10 of all time, you know, but that could have been a huge flop. And the pressure behind that could have been like, people could have been like, you know what they would have done. They would go, oh, we knew it was going to suck because Scientology, you know what I mean? People are crazy.
That's what I would have said. No,
right. So you just got a couple more stories. They're going to wrap the stream. This one should make Brian happy, even though he's not a fan of the show and hasn't watched it yet. But Joseph Quinn met Metallica and got to perform with them at one of their concerts.
Why do I care about that?
Hey, man.
I just
That's
thought it was
actually
cool.
something really cool. That's like
I'm just saying, some famous guy met some other famous people, and they got to fucking hang out with each
Because
other.
it's cool. It was nice promotion for.
It's cool for them.
It's
What does it mean
nice
to
for
me?
Metallica because it
Yeah,
makes
it's
them relevant
Metallica.
after all these years. But
I guess.
I mean,
Listen, Master of Puppets, after 30-some years, hit number.
Cool. I thought that was cool.
see, okay, here what we've put on display here is okay. If you see something on Twitter or Twitter or Instagram that you like, you're gonna be happy about it. And if you don't care, then you're not gonna care. So,
Yeah, Droga's right. It's literally just two people meeting.
But
yeah,
they
if you
talk all
don't
the
care,
time.
but what I'm saying is, if you
cool.
don't care about those two people meeting, then you're not going to give a shit. But if
Yeah.
those two people meeting actually mean something to you, then good for them.
Yeah, we talk about, you know, none of the stuff talking about, guys, is going to impact the world any day, you know. But we talk about it, and it's fun to talk about it, you know.
Pretty much.
Brian, if you found out that like you know, Kate Mulgrew and you know, name another great captain that was an actor, you know, got together and you saw them and they might be dating now, wouldn't people, Star Trek fans, be like, oh shit, that's crazy, right? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they get
You're
excited.
turning into a robot again.
Well, either way, robot aside, I'm just saying, like, it could go to sports, it could go to anything. All right, you know. Oh wow, there's a picture of somebody with somebody else. Fantastic.
Right as we're speaking, Ric Flair's wrestling his final match, and The Rock sent in a video hyping it up.
Oh god,
The Rock.
it's against Jeff Jarrett, isn't it? Am I still
it's
a
against
robot?
Jeff Jarrett. Yeah.
And Jay Lethal.
It's the it's the roast of Ric Flair. Apparently, they're doing like an official roast of Ric Flair before his last match.
That'd be a good one.
That's funny.
Bro, he always like why he's coming back, man.
Because I think he wants to die in the ring. No joke. I think he legit wants to die in the wrestling ring. I don't know.
Well, good luck.
I mean, listen, Ric Flair's the GOAT, but my God, like sometimes you got to hang up the boots. Okay, it's okay.
Well, he's got nothing else in his life, I guess.
I'm mad that I keep turning into a robot. It's making me mad. I'm gonna throw my mic. This is
Connection issues. It's not your mic.
Yeah,
dude.
it's not your mic. It's just StreamYard. StreamYard's just being a piece of junk right now.
Yes, but I am very juvenile, and I throw temper tantrums. You know, it's
Okay,
probably
Chris. You're better now. See?
Okay.
I told you it's a connection thing, not a mic thing. You're good. But if you do throw your mic, turn your cam on because we don't see that shit.
You guys know I have
RJ got that shitty internet. That's what
you guys know I have great internet. That's why I don't.
No, I said RJ. He's the one hosting.
Oh, way to go, RJ! It's your fault.
Oh,
Oh, by the
I'm
way,
not
I
getting
have my
blamed.
own Eddie. You guys know that, right? I live with an Eddie. I live with a real life Eddie. I have my own Eddie. That's what he's doing right now. Is playing D&D. That's all he does.
So let's.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Eddie.
Oh, Eddie Diaz.
Yeah, I was like,
No, I love Eddie, but I wouldn't say I own a person. Holy shit!
I was like confused.
Yeah, let's be careful with that before we get into some weird territory. Jesus Christ. Here's John talking about owning people. John Campy, let's own him. He did a review of Super Pets, so watch like a couple minutes and then I'll wrap it up. Yeah, El Necron, go back to the beginning of the stream. We talked about it in the first 30 minutes. Now we're just kind of shooting the shit and just doing whatever. But yeah, we talked about that. Go back to the start of the show at the beginning, and we talked about that and something else. And yeah, thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. DC League of Super Pets review, yay!
I don't understand the world anymore. I don't understand life. You know, a couple of years ago, I was on the Warner Brothers lot. I was kind of being given a little tour of things, being given some behind-the-scenes look at upcoming projects. And I was one of the first people to know about Super Pets, long time ago. And I remember thinking, why are you doing that? I asked it out loud. Why are you doing this one? This looks dumb.
Wow.
This does not look
You're
good.
doing ingratiate yourself to the powers that be.
I know. And then, we found out The Rock was going to be involved, and that was, listen, I love Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I love Kevin Hart, so I get a little bit excited about that, sure. And then I see the trailers, and like, not once did I grin. I mean, there might have been one or two little spots in those trailers that made me grin a little bit. I thought, well, this is going to be awful. And I wasn't even going to go see it. But then all the reviews started coming out, and Anne said she wanted to go see it, and the reviews looked fairly positive. I'm like, all right, fine. So last night, me, Anne, and Ray went to go see Super Pets.
Did anyone believe that
And
he
it's
wasn't going to see
pretty
this?
No, it's his job. Of course, it's
It's his job. Yeah, it's his job.
That's
you
his
know?
job, though. Yeah.
You know what pisses me off about this guy most? He's got a $500 premium Daredevil right on his desk that I want so bad, and it's sold out.
Yeah. I want to get a Hot Toy eventually. I want to get one of those Hot Toys.
I do mostly Sideshow, but Hot Toy is nice too. You know.
See
It's the same thing,
Super
basically.
Pets. Damn it, it's pretty cute. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed.
You better watch
had
out for your
some
comment
hard
section.
laughs
Don't say
in the
nothing
movie.
nice about it.
There were some
Brian,
absolutely
shots fired.
adorable and very emotional moments, including like a little. I'm not gonna tell you what it was, but there was the context of what happens in it. But Ace, that's the Kevin Hart dog. Ace recalling how he came to be in a animal shelter. And it's like, you heard sniffles in the theater.
They're all from me. I had like 4 eyes. It sounded like I had 4 eyes and 6 noses.
Whoa, get out of here, bud.
There was some powerful moments in it. Listen, this is definitely
Where's
a
the
more
mods?
silly,
I got it.
kind of comedy.
I'm
I
on the
mean, your
panel.
main villain is a hairless
Right.
guinea pig. That's your main villain. And it's voiced by
Kate McKinnon, who was awesome.
Perfect.
Kills it.
Kate McKinnon's the villain?
I don't know, but I loved her on Saturday Night Live. She was one of the only things that kept me watching this far.
I know, and then she left. Then she left SNL. Yeah, to be honest, Donovan, this might be an HBO Max movie for me too. But I mean, I'm gonna see it eventually. I want to watch it.
I agree with Degrassi though. I don't know what people expect from this kind of material.
Wait, Angry Joe hated the movie? Let's watch his review to get the balance then. We'll watch that afterwards.
I unsubscribed from him like a year ago.
You unsub from Angry Joe?
I
unsub from
absolutely
Angry
did.
Joe like two or three.
Yeah.
Why'd you
about a year
unsub?
ago.
Why'd you guys unsub from Angry Joe?
He's
He went crazy
so
on the Trump stuff. That's why.
Yeah, that's what it was. He just started getting too political for me. And I'm like, I just want to watch you rage about video games and talk about movies, man. I don't care about your political views, man. I don't care.
Yeah,
You know?
then we had a few back and forths, me and Angry Joe on Twitter.
It wasn't nothing personal. And as soon as he
Hey, I'm gonna
takes
just
away.
play in the background for like just 2 minutes. I gotta run and do something for my mom.
You got
real quick,
pee.
'cause-
Okay. all
No,
right.
it's for my
We
mom.
got this.
She-
Hit play.
Yeah.
Like absolutely kills it.
I love her.
Diego Luna, his character, what they call him, Sparks.
Sparks, something like that.
So good. I mean, the pig.
As soon as RJ leaves,
was
Campy is going to copy
cute
Columbus.
and great, and it's like I'm watching him like, damn it, this is.
It's
I'm
okay.
now gonna go to my
I'll
show
fix
and say
it. Here we go. Hey, John Campia, and then we'll go back.
Sorry,
We're
what
being
happened?
I was trying to be transformative.
You
Sorry.
missed it, RJ.
There we go.
Campia came in and dropped a huge dono for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Of course, Angry Joe would review Super Pets. It was made for his age range. Ouch.
Well, he's a big DC fan. You know, Angry Joe's a big DC guy, and he loves Superman. You know,
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Why does the pig look like that though? The pig looks a little weird.
It's a pig, bro.
It's like people who get salty about the Bad Batch. Okay, it's a cartoon, man.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what Angry Joe is upset about, so I can't.
Well, let's watch. We know John Campy and them liked it. Let's see what Angry Joe thought. Hold on. Watch a couple minutes, and then I got one. Well, already looking at this thumbnail. Just look at the thumbnail. I mean, my goodness. That's a very sad man right there. I look at that face. I'm just like, that's the epitome of sadness.
He looks sad. Wow.
Bored Joe.
He looks bloated.
Ouch. Oh my bad. Jumped ahead.
I can't even get
Whoa.
a Superman fucking sequel.
Jesus.
Motherfucking crypto film that is so goddamn lazy.
Didn't he hate Man of Steel?
Cash in.
No, he crapped
No,
on
he actually him and
No, he crapped on BVS. He crapped on BVS.
yeah, he had a debate too with what is it? The dude, man, the other big movie guy, from Chicago.
Nostalgia
Critic?
Yeah, nostalgia, the nostalgia guy.
I met that guy.
Critic,
Yeah, and he tried to stick up for both movies. He tried to say they were, or he tried to say Man of Steel was good, and he tried to stick up for BVS, and now he's saying it's not good.
I could have swore when Man of Steel came out, Joe didn't like it. He was like, "This isn't my Superman." Blah 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 blah.
He might have been like that.
I know Jody didn't like it. Jody said it's a good movie, but it's not a good Superman movie. I still don't understand what the hell he means by that, but a lot of people said that. Like, I don't get it. I loved Man of Steel.
Yeah. So watch like a minute or two.
I can't even get a Superman fucking sequel, and I get a motherfucking crypto film that is so goddamn lazily done, and the cash in, and a barely fit for fucking Netflix. I have no idea why this is in theaters. It should have been on HBO Max as a free film for subscribers, so they don't cancel their subscriptions. And this is what DC is fucking around with.
That's a hell of a start. It's like,
wow.
I hate the movie because it's not this. That's true, because this guy needs to take his tampon out.
Oh, I think that's also why I stopped watching him, because now he's always palling around with. I like other Joe, but he's got that other guy with him too. It's like they all three look like a bunch of gym bros. You know what I mean? Have you been to the gym today? Like, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, listen, you're gonna feel how you're gonna feel, right?
I mean, I'm sure they're nice guys, but it's just like, you know, and they seem not like anything. So,
yeah. Hold on.
It was obviously, I'm a big Superman fan, so I had to go out and support my boy Crypto. And surprisingly, Superman was in it quite a lot. Played by John Krasinski. He didn't play a bad Superman. He was good.
Mr. Fantastic
the
was
rest of the
Superman.
film.
Yep.
Yeah, John Krasinski Superman. Yeah. I heard
Maybe that's a hint. Maybe it's a hint. Krasinski's
I'd laugh
going to be
if he got
Superman.
cast. Yep. Real live action Superman. John Krasinski.
That's why The Rock said it depends on who plays Superman, because he knew Krasinski was Superman in this. He knew Black Adam meets Superman. Don't say no.
Yo, guys, don't act like that
This
couldn't
is
happen.
animation.
Release The Rock
Because
first.
you don't want to hear what you don't want to hear.
Yeah, because that could happen, man. Actually,
Listen, I love John. I love John Krasinski, but like the money's with Cavill. We've been saying this. The money's
Yeah,
with
it is,
Cavill.
but
If
Cavill's
Cavill want to come back,
it just feels like Cavill has moved on, guys. It really
Can't we
does.
focus on Super Pets? I want to talk Super Pets.
Yeah,
let's
John
talk about the
Krasinski's
dog.
Superman. Hashtag restore the Super
And that will
Pets
flop so hard than ever.
Salt, dude. Salt.
I'm not salty.
Driving
No, I'm
a
not talking
truckload
about you.
of
I'm talking about Anthony, dude. Is it because it's not Snyder? It's trash. Is that what's going on here? Like,
well, that's not what I don't think. I don't
speak
think
your
that's what I
piece,
do.
man.
No,
I get it.
no, I think John is good. I have not seen Superbad, but John as live action Superman, hell no.
This is what I'm gonna say,
No,
like
it
as
doesn't
like
make
a
sense.
caveat to what I was talking about earlier. Okay, this channel has been known to criticize people for not liking Star Wars or being toxic towards Star Wars. And what do we define as toxicity towards Star Wars? Is people talking shit about Kathleen Kennedy, crapping on Disney, all this kind of shit. So when a DC Warner Brothers puts out a movie like Super Pets and people shit on it before it even comes out.
Well, it is getting good reviews.
What I'm saying though is that how is that any different from criticizing one fandom than another?
What the hell was the end of that, Brian?
Then criticizing one fandom from another.
I
There
understand.
isn't.
Well,
So I have a point.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good.
No, I didn't say you did. I was just saying I understand you have feelings on the matter. Like I said, I just want to talk about Super Pets though, because I'm looking forward to the movie. I'm being positive about it. It's something cute for the families and the kids.
No,
I'm
you
being
have
positive.
family? Do you have kids?
You're being good.
RJ?
No, but I'm a kid at heart. I like dogs, so why not?
I was just wondering who you were planning on seeing it with.
I'm trying to be nice.
That made me laugh.
Good. I would say save your money. Complete waste of time. This is Netflix level writing and bad. Like we're talking special. Like it's below average even on that service. There's much better animated films. But Joe, it's a kids film. Now, even small, I mean, yeah, it's going to entertain your small children, but if adults that go along to this movie, they are going to be bored out of their mind. I expected the film to be somewhat funny, and almost every single joke was not funny at all. It was cringy.
The kids in the back weren't even laughing a lot.
They weren't laughing. No, they were a little bored, to be honest. And then at the
Yeah,
end,
they are gym bros. Jesus Christ.
You can hear little kids.
I don't think
it was
Joe's a gym bro.
No, not Jim, not Joe, but the other guys.
And unfortunately, it's the writing here, right? This does nothing creative.
I'm sorry, RJ.
I thought that was Max in the chat. I was like, what the hell?
No.
No,
you're fine. You guys are fine.
Punchline. Even the Justice League is a punchline. Superman, punchline. Batman, there better be a licensed toy. Punchline.
There better be a licensed toy or I will freak out.
Dude, Keanu Reeves is voicing Batman. How could that not be awesome? It's Keanu Reeves.
Angry Joe's the type of dude that he'll trash anything if he doesn't get what he wants. You know what I mean? Sometimes he's right about games. I'll give him credit for that. Like sometimes he's right about games. But
He goes a little over the top though. And that's part of why I unsubscribed. Because I noticed he goes a little too far.
The movie will probably be funnier than Joe in that Superman costume. That costume does not look good.
yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, he's one to talk about comedy. Because he does these sketch things for game interviews and he does these sketch things for movies and stuff. And none of them are funny. They're all cringe, bro. It's like they're not funny. So I'm not going to trust him on his these things aren't really very, funny. Because I don't trust Joe when it comes to humor. He's done very few funny skits, man.
Well, I have to show this because this. Have you guys ever seen this? By the way, this came out many years ago. This is Angry Joe flip-flops so hard. I have to show this. Watch this reaction to this trailer in one specific moment. Right here. Watch this, because this is the funniest, most pathetic thing ever. Because, dude, he flip-flops so hard. Watch.
Oh, shit!
And is he watching the trailer? Okay, this is a trailer reaction. Everybody liked the trailer for this.
No. That's the wrong one. Hold on. I clicked on the wrong one. I clicked on the wrong. It's this one. My bad. This is the one. So he's all cool. It's like, oh, this is awesome, right? Watch this though. This part is so funny. This one's really funny. Rant about DC sucks is horrible. It's the funniest thing ever.
Him saying no is
Fuck
hilarious.
you guys! Fuck you! You Goyer! Fuck WB, you incompetent! You, what the fuck?
Well, he's not wrong.
It's not.
No, he's really not.
Or fucking Christopher Nolan. WB is incompetent with how they handle their fucking superhero movies.
Well, that kind of did age
You've
well.
got to
That
be
part aged
shitting me.
well.
They really did, though.
I ain't gonna lie, he said some
Did he
stuff.
say it's gonna be
He's on point.
Did they actually say his name, or at the very least, do I get?
Yeah, but I just thought that was funny all the way back then. He's totally not acting. God, bots, please go away, bots. Please.
I don't get why W until this day why W put Doomsday in that trailer.
It looked like the cave troll from Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry, it just didn't.
Really
did. Yeah.
Well, the design. I mean, the design was let them be decided, but it is what it is.
It's Zod Day. Just call it Zod Day. That's
Have
what
you
it
guys
is.
seen? Have you guys seen? There's a great new trailer out. I haven't seen you guys talk about it yet.
Which one?
Which one?
The Samaritan.
Oh yeah, the Sylvester Stallone movie. Yeah,
It looks really good, man. It looks really fun.
Yeah, I'll pull it up and watch that. And there's one more story we're gonna look at, and then we're gonna end the show.
I'm like, Sylvester Stallone, a superhero that's not Judge Dredd. Let's do this. I am the law.
I actually liked the Judge Dredd.
That Judge Dredd movie was bad. I didn't like that.
What?
One.
Get
the
fuck
90s.
outta here.
I'm all about the Carl Urban one, man. The Carl Urban one was
Yeah,
good.
that's a great one, but I just really like the over the top
It had
Armand
Mark
Asante
Kent in it.
acting.
Yeah.
I am the law. Law.
Yeah, Mark Kent, dude. Mark Kent was in that movie. Okay, is Judge Hershey. Okay, Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider was so annoying in that movie, though, dude.
He was
Rob Schneider's annoying in every movie.
I know,
Chris.
I know.
Y'all are just hating because Rob Schneider is Mexican. That's what it is.
I'm Mexican.
No, he's. Oh, good God.
I'm Mexican. I can hate another Mexican. I don't care.
He's Asian.
You don't even know what kind of movies I like, Marcus. How could you say my taste in movies are mid? You don't know.
Yeah,
if I gave you my
Chris
top
has
10
barely
favorite
been
movies,
here. Chris has barely been here.
Yeah, I grew up on like my favorite movies are like The Terminator, Predator, Aliens, The Breakfast
movies-
Club. Believe it or not,
Movies
The
that were
Crow.
cool when I was a kid.
Those are
Movies
probably
that you
my
crap
5.
on now.
Yeah, those are probably my 5 favorite movies of all time outside of the Star Wars universe. It would be, Breakfast Club, The Crow, the Terminator series, the
Is that
first
true?
Predator.
Because Tony, wait, can a Mexican? I was gonna ask a really
No,
dumb question. Never mind.
he's half Jewish and half Asian, I think. Like
No,
his
no.
parents-
His grandmother is Filipino.
Yeah.
That doesn't make him
Look,
Mexican.
none of
Wait, you didn't let me finish.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
You started off by saying he's Mexican, though.
Because he is. Because
You
his
literally
grandmother
screamed. You guys
is
just don't like
Filipino.
Mexicans.
Yeah, that's what you said. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Danny Cannon has a killer director's cut of Judge Dredd 95 that's never really seen the light of day. That's interesting.
This
I'd
is
be
a
all
great
right with
trailer,
that.
by the way. You guys are
Release
gonna
the
like this if
canon
you haven't
cut.
seen it.
Yeah,
You're
so
gonna
let's
like
check out the
this.
Samaritan trailer.
I'd watch
Oh,
it.
So that's going to be on Amazon Prime next month. That looks good. That should be in theaters, dude. Like if that was
Yeah,
in
it does
theaters,
look
I'd
pretty
watch
cool,
that in
man.
theaters.
I don't know if it's a movie or a series. I don't know.
It's a
John
movie.
Spartan?
It's a movie.
I mean, come
But
on, dude.
I like it, man.
All this
an
time,
old,
Rocky was a superhero, pulling his punches. And
it's like Daredevil and
it reminds me of like
the Punisher put together.
it reminds me a little bit of what movie was it? I don't remember. It's just very familiar, but it looks good.
It's like Hancock, but
Hancock,
without Will
but
Smith.
like with Logan a little bit. Where it's like an old man and a kid, you know.
Well, I'm also kind of getting like Last Action Hero vibes out of this.
Yeah, it does feel like
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
Action Hero. Yeah.
But it's
I have
also
negative
probably
songs in
because of
my
the
head.
Blockbuster joke that I thought of. because you guys know the joke they made in there, right? The Terminator joke. Where they
Oh,
go to a
yeah,
Blockbuster
yeah.
video,
With Blockbuster,
and instead of
yeah.
it being Arnold, it's a freaking
Stallone. No, that was
Stallone.
Last Action. That was Last Action Hero, right?
Yeah,
That movie.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that right. Yeah.
I love Last Action Hero. That was a good one.
Yeah. So we got one more story before we close out the night, and that's a shout out to Nicotina and the Four Nerds, because Project Justice League Part 2
The
is
trailer,
getting
yeah.
The trailer came out, and like a bunch of articles are coming out. The Direct covered it. Comicbook.com covered it. Props to them, man, because this trailer's blown up now. It's getting the attention of websites and online media. So go check out Project Justice League. The trailer. I'm going to post a link in the chat.
We're not going to watch the trailer?
Good for them, man. Good for them.
I mean, you guys want to watch the trailer?
Why the hell not?
All right,
Why
let's watch
wouldn't
it.
you watch it?
It's our friends. At the
Well,
Four
I'm just making sure, because
You guys are our friends, man. Why the fuck wouldn't you watch their trailer?
RJ,
Yeah, all right.
Grace,
All right, let's watch. Wait, what?
gotta
RJ
put him over.
isn't a Grace Randolph simp anymore. I was
No,
never.
he's not.
That was Max. You guys are confusing for
Nah,
Max.
that's Max though.
Yeah,
I heard that RJ is just Max without his mask on.
Did y'all hear Saggy popping off like hardcore in her stream tonight? Like she just popping off, yelling, always
She's
yelling,
all-
talking about
she always
kidnapping
yells. She always
girls,
yells.
but being nice when she kidnaps and ties them up. And I was like,
What?
I was like, damn, Saggy, you're turning this into like softcore porn, girl. Chill out.
Turning into Ezra Miller all of a sudden.
That's a low blow. Come on, man.
Wah,
All right,
wah.
Project Justice
But am I wrong?
Yes. Anyway, watch the trailer.
I love that song.
Looks like Ryan runs Green Lantern a little bit.
Across the world, beyond paradigms, their minds being completely controlled by the dark side. You don't stand a chance against Darkseid and his army.
You have to warn the others.
And now God bends to my will.
Tell me that it'll change everything.
Yeah. Good for them, man. And it's going to be a charity for AFSP too, so that's awesome. Make sure to go.
I love their artwork. I love
That's
Ryan's
really
artwork.
good. It's really good.
Amazing trailer, bro. Oh man, great.
I love Ryan's artwork, and I'm becoming a fan of Droga's. Droga's got like some really cool shit going on, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, dude, absolutely. So I think that's going to be about it. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we go out of here.
Nah, man. I'm good.
No,
Not
it's
really.
good. We're all good. All right. Well, it's going to be the end of the show, folks. Thank y'all for stopping in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. And what's going on tomorrow? Is anybody doing anything tomorrow? I think tomorrow I'm pretty much taking an off day for the weekend.
It's supposed to be to the max, but I don't know. If I feel like doing something, we might do something. But
Okay. Well, if
Brian,
we do-
you have
if Brian
obligations.
does decide, well, if Brian does decide to do an episode of To the Max, then stay tuned for that. If not, then we'll catch you guys.
Brian's got a
probably-
huge surprise for y'all that you don't know about yet.
yeah,
Does he?
yeah,
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well, if we're not live tomorrow, then we'll probably be back. When does Max come back? Sunday?
Shit, I don't know.
I don't know, but I'll be live tomorrow.
Oh,
Just
what do you
like
do
every
tomorrow,
Saturday.
Tony?
Every Saturday, gabbing with geeks.
What are you talking about tomorrow on Gabbing with Geeks?
No idea. I haven't figured it out yet.
Oh well, I can't vote for that. I didn't know what I was talking about tonight either. So, but thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you all again later, and peace the heck out.